I'm live. All right. I'm going to try to do a live over here on my other channel. I don't have the good camera. Since I'm not using Yardstream anymore, or StreamYard, I'm going to go on the ASMR channel on my computer. Are you seeing too much of a mess behind me? I'm trying to point it to the least messy direction that's behind me. Okay, I gotta go to YouTube, right? I could go to StreamYard. Actually, I should do it from StreamYard. I'm gonna read the National Enquirer. Hello, one person. I'm gonna read the National Enquirer on my ASMR channel. I have you guys on the cell phone. I'm gonna try to snap gum. The sound is okay with this microphone. I've noticed that when I do the Poshmark show, the mic is only getting my voice. But on the phone, you might be hearing the sound behind me. So I have the National Enquirer that I'm going to be perusing quickly through the articles, you know. It's a fun thing, you know. Now the people over on the other channel might not know that I'm not serious about the National Enquirer. You know what? I may not do it today because I want to get my nails done and stuff. I'm not going to go on the other channel. Well, I got to start somewhere. Let's do it. I'm going to go on the Susurro Whisper channel today. If I don't put something up soon, I'm going to lose my, if you don't put up videos regularly, YouTube kicks you out of the plan where you get paid. And I already got kicked off of my sewing channel, so that's like kicking an actor off his residuals, you know? Which is why you have the SAG, the Screen Actors Guild, because a popular movie, the actor should continue to get paid, even after the movie is over, you know. But, you know, YouTube is different because there's no union agreement. I'm sure it's in the small print that YouTube can do whatever they want, you know, so I'm not gonna. Just, if you want to make money on YouTube, make sure you upload regularly. If you get famous but you stop uploading after a year, or I don't know how long they give you, when you stop uploading, that you just lose everything. And then you got to requalify, and to requalify is even harder than it was when I started in the beginning. Like, I was grandfathered in on my sewing channel, and unfortunately now I lost the what do you call it? It's not a sponsorship, I forget what you call it, partnership, because I stopped uploading videos. It probably says in the fine print somewhere when I signed up for the partnership that if you stop uploading videos after, you know, but I didn't read it. I just signed up, you know, like we do for most things. So, all right. Oh, so I got a live stream. I don't even remember my password for that channel. Do I even have it here? I don't even have it. All right, I have to find the password. Is that even the one? Hang on a second. I gotta go somewhere else and see if I'm logged in already. Who's there? 2 people. Hey there. All right, so I'm going to be reading the National Enquirer for the new person or people who just came in on my Susurro Whisper channel. I should probably, look where I put this thing. I think these are faux pearls. I bought them at a thrift shop for like $3. But then sometimes I look at them and I'm like, they're pretty nice faux pearls. Like, a part of me is like, I should get them appraised. Maybe the I don't think that the owner of the shop would have been so careless as to put real pearls thinking they were faux pearls. But like a part of me is even thinking, because faux pearls are usually, well, they could be glass. And if they're glass, they're heavier. They could be glass, you know. But usually glass pearls have this sort of painting on, like they're painted. And you can see the paint peeling off. And I don't really see that here. Unless it's like really good paint. So I don't know. Watch me like pay $100 to get them appraised and they're made of glass and you know, but the paint, if they're painted glass, it's very, very good paint because it's not like I've been looking and looking to see if there's like any like scrape where you see the paint coming out. Now imperfections, you're gonna see those on natural pearls. But no, it's not possible to have this many natural pearls and all be the same size. I mean, maybe it is natural in the sense, I don't mean natural, because they're cultured pearls, most likely. Wait a minute, here it looks like maybe the paint. Ah, okay, there we go. Yeah, the paint is peeling off. But it's really good paint. They might even be painted plastic. Yeah, right there. But here's the other thing. Maybe that one is plastic and all the other ones aren't. But no, I'm guessing, okay. Yeah, they're painted glass. It would have been too good to be true to buy faux pearls for $3 and it turns out they're real. But at least one of them is, yeah, no, there's another one. But until recently, I hadn't noticed that. Anyway, they're pretty decent looking. They look real. They're not real. I'm starting to realize, but I was thinking about getting them appraised, but anyway, that's enough. Let's do I gotta get my password, or the one where it's logged in already, but let me see if I can find it first. I think it has let me see. And then I don't remember, I don't even remember the login. Oh, maybe I do. Maybe I do remember. Let me just quick look here. Gmail. All right, we have that one. We have that one. Okay, we have the Ramble Scramble. Okay, I think I know it. It's the Susurro Whisper is my channel, right? So here's what I'm gonna do. You're in the process of adding a destiny, so I'm gonna add the Susurro Whisper channel. So it's, yeah, but I think, all right, I'll try to log into that channel. I haven't even logged into that channel in forever. And now let's see if this is the right password. I hope so. Because you know how sometimes you change the password and you forget to update. Let's see. Fingers crossed. Okay, I'm logged in. Okay, so I'm going to be, since StreamYard right now, since I'm not on the special plan, should I at least brush my hair? Sign into StreamYard with that account. This will allow StreamYard to manage my YouTube account. And you'll hear it better, because here you're hearing it on my phone. Oh, hello there, pig boy, little pig boy. I was thinking about you yesterday, and here you are chewing gum. What a manifest. Do they all look perfectly round? Yeah, which also is another indication that they're not real, because they're all the same exact, you know. Very rare to have a strand of pearls all be perfectly round. Big money if they're like that. Yeah, no, and I now discovered that there are some peeling paint. Maybe I just wasn't looking carefully enough. That would have been, that's what I was thinking. Oh, maybe I lucked out. But anyway, they still look nice. I can wear them to the office. Okay, here we are. So my gum chewing is going to sound better. Oh, okay, right there. So the title is going to be Reading the National Enquirer. I'm not even going to say gum chewing. You know why? Because I can't even snap very well anymore. Because since I've had the dental work, I hate my hair. Uh, reading the National Enquirer, and I'm going to try to keep it soft-spoken. I'm going to try to keep it soft-spoken. I've got the mic right here, and I hope the people be nice to me about that air conditioning. Maybe it won't be heard. Let me see. It's there. My father's out there. All right. Reading the National Enquirer. The edition is, it comes out every week, July 29th, 2024. That's an old one. All right, well, it's a few days ago, okay. But it comes out a week before the actual date on there, so that's old. Okay, July 29th. And the stories in here are about a month old. So we're going to be only just getting news from a month ago, but stuff that we probably already heard on the regular news. July 29th, 2024 edition. I think it's a weekly paper. 2024 edition. You know, I could tell them about my Poshmark shop. I do, you know what I'm going to do? FYI, I do weekly show clothing, what do you call them? Sales shows, live sales shows on Poshmark. I'm going to be pushing Poshmark for now. Download the app and enter Petit Pois. What happened? PETITPOI invite code. Wait, enter invite code. Invite. I'm not wearing my glasses, so I've got to get up really close to the screen. And enter invite code Petit Pois. It's invitation code. It's not invite code. You know, I sent an invite. No, you sent an invitation is the proper, but they now say invite code. So invite code Petit Pois. See, the grammar thing is correcting me that I'm supposed to put invitation. And enter invite code Petit Pois to get a $10 credit on your first purchase. And then I also get $10 when you purchase. I don't get $10 when you sign up. I get $10 when you purchase, if you purchase. You sign up, you have the $10 credit towards a purchase. If you don't use it, you don't use it. But you could get something on there for $9 plus shipping, unless you get free shipping. Actually, first purchase, sometimes they have deals where your first purchase is free. Make sure you try to do it during that time. And then you get something free. You will buy something, you know. We had some really good deals on Poshmark. Okay, anyway, I do weekly live sales shows on Poshmark. Download the app and enter invite code Petit Pois to get a $10 credit and notified when I'm online. $10 credit towards your first purchase, or towards a purchase. You know, it doesn't matter if you use it. I think it'll automatically take the money out of your account towards your first. There's no way you can get the money though. You can't get the $10. They have it set up that you have to spend it on something in the app, but credit towards your first purchase on Poshmark. Poshmark. All right, for FYI, I do weekly live sales shows on Poshmark. Download the app And enter invite code Petit Pois to get a $10 credit. I gotta put I like it to be very well written. Towards your first purchase. Oh, I don't have to. Your first purchase. Download the Poshmark app. Poshmark. Okay, FYI, I do weekly live sales shows. Wow, the owner of Poshmark must be making billions. Can you imagine? He makes $3 off of every sale. And there's so many sales. Whether you sell it for $5 or $10, he actually makes more. If you sell it for more money, then he the owner, the company gets a portion, a percentage. But he at least every sale gets $3. The company gets $3. Of course, you've got administrative costs, etc. But how many millions are on Poshmark? $3 a person goes to the company, and 5 cents. No, $3 goes to the. Right, because I sold something for $7. I made it $4, and the company got $3. Yeah, they get $3.05 on every sale. That's why you have to put minimum $3. If you put a $3 item, you make 5 cents. You make 5 cents. So if you want to put up zillions of items and make them really cheap, sell them all for $3. I mean, you'd have to get them you'd have to up them $3. Like whatever you paid for it. It's just the quantities you'd have to sell are just, sure, you could do it, but you've got to be dedicated. Like, I just don't see how one person could make a living. I mean, I could see how you could do it if you're, yeah, it's possible, but to do that, you may as well open your own website. If you're going to get that successful selling vintage or used clothing, then at some point at Poshmark, it's just not, well, again, there's something to be said for not having to pay or worry about there's certain things you don't have to worry about. The shipping, they've got it all set up. They give you cheap shipping because they do it in bulk. So the post office has a special deal with them. Whereas if you had your own website, you have to work out your own deal with the post office on shipping. And since your bulk would be smaller, you couldn't get as good deals on shipping at Poshmark. So you'd have to see. Like I could see how if you grow on Poshmark to a certain point, it would just hinder you because you're losing $3 on every sale, especially if you're selling cheap stuff. I could see it maybe being worth it on Poshmark if you're selling super expensive stuff, and they still get a chunk though. They get a good chunk of what you're selling, but just the more you know. I'm talking too much. Let's get this going. Okay. It's a public one. Okay, I'm creating the live stream. And I'll be reading. I'll try to put you kind of at the same angle. Hello, Ryan, again. I'm on today a lot. Okay. Testing. Hey, it's not working. Poshmark Petit Pois app. Okay, I'm going to leave that on there. The mic is working. Oh, it says default microphone. Here we go. Audio. No, I don't want the Logi. I want the JLab. That's the one. That's a better mic. Default speakers are also JLab. Right. Okay. Camera is going to be the webcam, which it's not a wide angle. That's why the phone or the computer cam is a little better. I've got that Macintosh over there. I wonder how that cam works. I got to figure out how to use it. All right, that's done. So we got that did. All right. And okay, enter studio. All right, I'm getting ready to go live on the other channel. Let me go look at myself in the mirror a little bit. All right, let me put myself up there first. First of all, you see my messy house. So let me go back here. There. I'm gonna sit back here. I'll move you guys there. So you guys are Ramble Scramble. If you want to hear me better, go over to Susura Whisper. If you need the link, I think the link is actually on my YouTube channel. If you see my suggested channels or something, I think the link to Susura Whisper, I haven't gone live on there yet. I think I want to do my hair a little, maybe put on some makeup. And I don't know if I should put on a contact, because I read better when I don't have any contact lenses. So I think I'm not going to put contact lenses. I'll speak softly. So if I speak softly, I don't know if you guys can hear me over there. Just go to the other channel. I don't have my acrylic nails, unfortunately, but... And then I will... Hello, everybody. And I'll be catering to this camera. You guys are the guinea pig channel. You kind of watch me try. You watch me try all my things. I experiment. So you see all the stuff I do. I think whatever I do, I'm just gonna let you guys see what I'm doing. Just, I don't know. If anything, see how I'm spinning my wheels and getting nothing done. But when I get back, I'm gonna start working. I'm ready to start working in an office again. All right. Let me go look at myself in the mirror, and then I'll start the live on the other channel. Have you thought about eBay? I've thought about it, but I think they charge a lot of fees, and I'm not familiar with it. I used to sell on Amazon before they charged. Now they charge this monthly fee or something. eBay, I've never sold on eBay, but I've heard about it, and I know it's an auction site, and that there's a lot. What I read years ago, it was like so many fees, it wasn't worth it, all this stuff. But maybe that was because, you know, things have changed since, and maybe that was because it was new at the time. So I'll look into it. I'll see how I do. On Poshmark, I've made a couple of sales. But, you know, a lot of people make their living selling things online, and it's a matter of having large quantities and a place to store them. And I don't really have space, for sure. And, you know, just selling, which is, it can get tedious or it can get fun. Like, if I get a show going on Poshmark, a regular one, like QVC, you know, it could become like a QVC thing, and maybe get deals with other, you know, make networks and work out deals with other shop members on Poshmark. And, you know, it would have to be more than me just getting cheap clothes and selling them. In my personal case, you know, other people have other ways of working. They're willing to, maybe they have warehouse space, so they don't mind having, you know, like a Ross, for example. Some people, here's what some people do though. They'll go to Ross, and Ross doesn't mind if you do it, apparently. Ross, TJ Maxx, those places, because they actually even have it on their website. You go to Ross, you see something nice, you go to the whatever, you could try it on, or you could just take a picture of it on the rack and post it on your shop online. And if someone buys it, then you buy it, you know, and everybody knows, Ross knows, the person online knows, you know, it's all in the open. So you can, I don't know if I'm ready to do that yet, because there's also the danger that you post it online, you found it, you'll have to let the person who, let's say the person buys it, you'll have to work out a deal with them somehow that, and that's like not on Poshmark, that would be you and the person directly, that if they buy it, but it turns out you go back to the store and the thing is gone, which could happen, that you'll return the money to them. So that's where it could get iffy. Or maybe if you do it immediately, wait around, they buy it right away, you know. You could be someone's personal shopper. I tried that with my cousin though, but the problem is personal shopping, like I tried to do it with my cousin, and I said, oh, I'll find the stuff you need, because he was here on a short trip. But, you know, and when I buy it, you give me a percentage of what I spent. You know, you pay me what it costs and a little more. But he was so, you know, when you have your personal shopper, they get so damn picky. So he didn't end up buying anything. Plus, now he knew what store I was at. I mean, that's fine. He's my cousin, so I don't care. But unless he's living across the country, which he wasn't, he was in town visiting. So he could just go to the store himself and buy it if he knew what store I was at. He could probably figure it out. Anyway, but you know, I could see, not myself doing it, but I could see how someone else might love to go out and find bargains. And while they're out buying thrift things to sell in their shop anyway, they could, maybe they'll see something that's more than they're willing to spend on, you know, but just offer it to someone online, and you're the middleman. You're like the escrow, you know. But you'd have to have a lot of trust. See, that's how you build up trust online. People are going to have to trust you. Because I could do that and get the money. Oh, he paid for it. Oh, I'm not going to buy the thing. Now, oh, well, no, on Poshmark, you can't do that. You could do that some other. On Poshmark, you wouldn't be able to do that. Because before they'll release your money to you, that's one good thing about Poshmark, but you do have to wait for your money a few days. You can't get it immediately. You have to send the item, ship it. When the customer receives the item, they release the money to you. So Poshmark is holding it. But what happened to me one time, I sent the dress, and the person lied and said that they never received it, that it must have been stolen. I still got my money, but Poshmark had to refund the customer as well. It was like this, something about insurance that Poshmark included in the shipping. It's covered by insurance. So the person, I feel that the person lied. You know, I can't prove it. There was something, because then I went to her page and I saw that a few other people had made comments on her page. Well, you know, I shipped it yesterday. Are you sure you haven't received it and all? And it seems to me that she's someone who goes out, says she didn't receive it, gets the money back from Poshmark, and I still got my money too. So we, you know, she got the dress, I got my money, and Poshmark is out money. You know, the shipping costs, which, you know, they make millions or zillions. So, but I don't like that. That's not right. She did. I'm pretty sure she received it, and she's just playing the game until Poshmark maybe catches on and cancels her. So, and I didn't report her. Maybe I should have done. I should have reported. Well, report. I mean, she says she didn't receive it. What am I going to report her that she? How do I know she's lying? You know, the only thing I knew was when I went to her page, other people had made interesting comments that sort of sounded like she was playing that game with them too. And maybe she felt she wasn't harming anyone, because the seller still gets their money, she still gets the dress, and the Poshmark is out their money. But if everybody did that, then Poshmark, and then Poshmark has to raise their fees. That's basically shoplifting. It's basically shoplifting, you know. So Poshmark is going to maybe, if a lot of people do that, Poshmark will start raising their fees, you know. So don't do that, you know. Don't screw, you know, if you think Poshmark is charging too much, well, then maybe it's time for you to find another venue. But it's a wonderful place to learn and get started, and it's fun. It's a place to make friends. So I hope if you do join Poshmark, and I still haven't started my live over here, you know, just be ethical. Be ethical. All right. Let me go see if I can make myself look less scary. Like a lipstick or something. Okay, hang on, guys. I'm right here, guys. Sorry. you guys. I'm so stupid. I put my mascara on, and then I forgot that I had just put it on, and then I splashed water on my face to kind of look more alive, but I forgot. So, all right, hang on. Oh, yeah, I don't think I can do much. You know why I like TikTok? Because they've got these filters on there, and you put them on, you look like 30 years younger. All right, let me go fix this. Oh, all right, there. Okay, I can't find my lipstick. I can't find my purse. I can't find anything. All right. I can't find lipstick. All right, we'll get started. All right. Ready, everyone? I'm so glad that I made it to your lives. It's been so long since I watched you live. I usually have to watch it afterwards. I've been watching you. Oh, thank you. I'm actually, you're going to get a better sound on the ASMR channel. Oh, look at me trying to wear makeup. Oh my God, you guys, I can't go on that channel. Look at me. Hang on. Oh. I know what I'm going to do. Hang on. I'm going to put on more lights. I'm going to open the natural lighting because I closed it earlier. Put it back open again. There. I'm sorry I'm taking so long, you guys. All right. There. There. All right. I can't find lipstick. I'll put a little of this stuff on. It's kind of like shimmer. Well, you know what? I'm going to have to accept the fact that I'm not going to look beautiful. Oh, no. Okay. All right. I've got to speak softly. I have to speak softly. All right. The reason I started this channel, as everyone knows, is because oh, Lord, you guys. Why didn't I read the Enquirer and turn off the camera? See, that was part of what I used to do on the ASMR. I would turn off the camera. I'm still not live on the ASMR. You have to be pleasant on the ASMR. That's why. First of all, I cut off all my acrylic nails. I'm just not ready. Okay, I've gotta. You know, the house is a mess, but that's fine. I can deal with that because I'll just turn it. I'm so nervous. I haven't done ASMR often for a while. All right, I'm getting ready. Let me go back to the bathroom. I'm going to fix my makeup that's all over my eye. Okay, I give up. I'm going to have to depend on my personality because I don't think I'm going to look much better. So, calm, soft. I'm getting ready to start. Oh, thank you, little pig boy. Oh, okay. Yeah, we're always harder on ourselves. I put the light a little bit, I put some cream on my face, and I'll try not to get too close to the camera. Actually, okay, the camera over there is kind of fuzzy. The iPhone, I'm using an iPhone now. It's very clear. I don't like it. I don't like it that clear. The That one is only 720 pixels on Susura Whisper channel. So good. Because they don't need to see me up close clear. And then the sound is what's more important. And then unfortunately I'm hot, so I'm gonna leave this air conditioner on, facing at me. Now I noticed the other day it didn't harm the sound. The microphone picked up my voice. Of course I was higher up. I was standing up here. But all right, I'll ask the people when I get on. I'll say, hi everyone, I know it's been a long time. You know, please let me know how or if you guys are also on my ASMR channel. All right, I promise I'm getting ready to do it. Okay, I'm just gonna do it. I've got my gum. Maybe I need 2 pieces. I'm gonna get another piece of gum. I know, because it's just 1 piece. 2 pieces will be more. Well, I'll snap better. Oh, here it is. Good. So I already have a piece in my mouth. All right, how am I gonna start? It's gonna be kind of planned, but kind of unscripted, but of course I've gotta stick to the topic, which is easy with the Enquirer because there's a lot of topics. So I'll just stick to each topic because I'm bad at sticking to topics. Everybody knows that. Just talk softly. It doesn't matter if it's long because people want to go in there. I guess some commercials might play. I can't control that. All right, let's go. I really have to practice speaking softly. I'm going live. The stream will not be recorded on StreamYard, okay? It's on. I'm going live on my ASMR channel. Hello, everyone. I'll just wait for a few people to come on. Maybe I should put on a contact lens, only because I won't be able to see the chat unless I get up close. I'll be able to see the chat from Susura Whisper here. All right. So I have 0 viewers on Susura Whisper. They got tired of me. They all unfriended me. Okay, we'll wait a few more minutes. Meanwhile, I'm going to start chewing up this piece of gum. I didn't advertise that I was gum snapping. I didn't advertise that I was gum snapping in the title because I don't know how good I do gum snap, so I'm going to try to say soft-spoken as I read the National Enquirer. Okay. I'm trying so that both channels can see. By the way, those of you who are just coming in, and let me know how the sound is, please, because I have the air conditioning on. I'm sorry, I'm going to have to leave it on. It's just too hot. And I have a very good microphone. I could turn down the volume of the microphone. Then you'll be able to hear me and less of the background, but I'll have to be closer to the microphone, which I'll try to do. So please let me know, those of you who are on the ASMR channel in particular. Those on the other channel are not expecting me to be soft-spoken. I'll try to snap it soon, in a moment. So the sound is good. You don't hear the air. Awesome. Oh, that's wonderful. That's a great microphone. On my other, I assume on the other channel you do hear. It's muffled on Susura Whisper. The audio is better on this channel. Oh, okay. All right, well, you have 2 channels to speak from. you can go to my Ramble Scramble channel, and some people seem to think that the audio is better on Ramble Scramble, where I'm using my, where I'm using my iPhone, and someone here says the audio is great over here. So you have two channels. I'll put the link, those of you who are on Susurro Whisper, I'll put the link to my Ramble Scramble if you want to try hearing it from the other channel to see which one you like better. So my channel over there on YouTube, the other channel, I think there might be a link from this channel to that channel. Maybe not. I don't think I advertise that channel very much. Oh, I don't. I don't advertise it, but if you want to just listen, join the channel if you'd like. But that's a channel you may not be interested. That's a channel where I just do whatever I feel like, and I don't really, I don't do anything in particular, so I just talk and blab. So anyway, that channel may have better sound right now. Ramble Scramble is live. Oh, I'll just send you right to the live. Oh, I better turn down the sound too, because I don't want to. All right, here we go. I'll give you a link to the live on the other channel, and then I'll start. Control C to copy. And then over here. The sound is clear. You can hear the... Oh, good, good. I'm glad. Okay, so if you're happy over on ASMR... Oops, I pressed the wrong one. Control V. If you want to listen on my iPhone, on the other channel, someone thinks it's better over there, that's up to you. Okay. July 29th edition of the National Enquirer. Now, here on the cover we see... Now, we all know the National Enquirer is light. It's very light news. It's not to be taken... I did this... a few weeks ago on Ramble Scramble channel, where I go and do whatever. I sometimes just talk on there, but I don't plan to do ASMR. On that channel, you might get accidental ASMR, I've been told, but I don't try to do ASMR over there. Where here, I'm trying to do it, but I'm not very good all the time. So, thank you. Anyway, so this edition, we see that Meghan backstabs Camilla. So I can't wait to see what's going on there. Monarchy in crisis. We always have to have... Back when Lady Di was alive, we used to always hear the scandals of Lady Di. So Meghan Markle is now the new Lady Di. That's this generation's Lady Di. She's the black sheep of the family, if you will. I don't mean anything by that, but she is of black descent, in part. So... and they made a big... It's all media hype. But anyway. Tom Cruise's secret war on Brad Pitt. Not with Brad Pitt. It's not that Brad Pitt is fighting back. Tom Cruise has a war on Brad Pitt. Julia gets handsy with Taylor's man. Julia Roberts, I assume, is groping Taylor Swift's boyfriend. And Jen Garner tells Ben to get lost, because apparently Ben Affleck and J-Lo are having marital problems. Okay, now this is obviously it's a July 29th, which means the news is about a month old usually when you get to the National Enquirer. Okay, I'm just reading the chat. It's muffled on Susurro Whisper. Okay. Kanye outfoxed. Okay. Kanye was outfoxed by lesbian Julia. I wonder what that's about. Macho rapper Kanye West's former gal pal, Julia Fox, has come out as a full-fledged lesbian. And insiders dish the shocking revelation may drive the bipolar performer over the edge. They dated in 2022. Okay, yeah, that was a couple years ago, and then Kanye West got married. Okay, so if you want me to read, if you're interested in Kanye West and the rest of this story, sometimes I don't read the whole article, I just go through quickly. Frisky Fox who briefly dated Kanye in early 2022 after he was dumped by his reality babe wife Kim Kardashian, crowed, "Hey, that was me. I was that lesbian. So sorry, boys. Won't happen again." All right. And so the whole rundown of him and Kanye West, and of her and Kanye West. She's kind of a big girl. Look at those shoulder pads. Speaking of fashion, look at the shoulder pads on her. Oh, I'll show you guys in a minute. On her jacket. Huge. I mean, they're not shoulder pads that's sewn that way. But anyway, the next one, I was mauled by Jackson's chimp, because Michael Jackson used to have a chimpanzee as a pet. So this lady says, yeah, chimpanzees, when they get big, they start to... But actually, the Bubbles, little girl relives Bubbles' brutal, bloody betrayal. Traumatized Rashida Jones was brutally mauled by Michael Jackson's out-of-control chimp, Bubbles, in a grisly assault when she was just 9 years old. I believe that. I believe it happened. I mean, maybe she got lucky. She didn't get too mauled, but we heard the other story of that woman who was mauled by a chimpanzee. They're animals. They need to be in the wild. The Parks and Recreation star, 48, says the peeved primate bit her hand like a sandwich. Okay, and then there's more. Her father, Quincy Jones, who produced the King of Pop's mega hit albums Off the Wall, Bad, and Thriller. Okay, so it was Quincy Jones' daughter. So when she was 9, Michael Jackson's chimp bit her. Absolutely shocking. I wonder where Bubbles is today, because Michael Jackson passed away, as we know. But the chimps live as long as humans, or they live a long time, 50, 60 years, I believe. So the chimp could still be alive. Let's see if it says something in her. Left her bloody and wounded. She has a scar on her hand from the vicious attack. Okay. She jokes the brutish beast is now retired. Here's what happened to Bubbles from biting children. Now 41, the chimpanzee is 41 years old. Bubbles lives at the Center for Great Apes, a sanctuary in Florida. Oh, it's down here. A sanctuary in Florida for chimps who've been retired or rescued from entertainment venues, research facilities, or the pet trade. Okay. I saw that he's the alpha male of his group in whatever chimp retirement home he's at. All right, well, Bubbles ended up in a good place, apparently. All right, oh, my nose itches. I'm sorry about it. Ann Wilson has postponed Heart's tour after being diagnosed with cancer. You know, a lot of these groups are from when I was little, you know. So it may not mean... Okay, here's one about a more modern artist. WAP star Cardi B's single, Enough Miami, hit the top 10 in March, but Oklahoma hip-hoppers Joshua Fraustro and Miguel Aguilar are suing, claiming the rapper swiped slices of their 2021 song Greasy Fry Bread on her track without permission. Greasy Fry Bread. I'm curious, what is that song about? Greasy Fry Bread. Let me go on here I can't share my screen. Greasy Fry Bread. Reservation Dogs. Greasy Fry Bread. Okay, you guys can look it up if you're interested. I'm going to listen to it later. Okay. Oh, I got to go back to the chat. We'll catch the posts. Virginia Woolf. Oh, maybe sometime. I'm not really a great reader. I'm a good skimmer. Oh, I got some good snaps in there. Okay. So, Sharon sticks up for sex pest Kevin. Okay, Kevin Spacey. He's back in the news. He's you know, trying to get back his reputation and saying that it was exaggerated what they said he did, and you know, compared to things we've heard since his case, yeah. I mean, you know, that was before, I think that it was before Harvey Weinstein and before all these more serious cases came out. So, all right. Pompeo scrubs up to give Grey's CPR. TV doc Ellen Pompeo from Grey's Anatomy, if you ever watched that, may be diagnosed with a big head after producers begged her to slip back into her scrubs for an upcoming multi-episode stint on Grey's Anatomy, as the medical drama threatens to flatline without her familiar face. Entertainment insiders spill. So apparently they're trying to revive Grey's Anatomy, or it's not doing, I didn't even know it was still on TV. So they're, you know, they want her to come back to Grey's Anatomy. If you want me to read the entire article, let me know. I'm just reading the headlines. Any more things? I'm lagging out, but I bet it's me who will catch the post. Okay, yeah, I hope so. I hope it's not. I do find that on the internet, since I'm out in the garage, sometimes it buffers. All right, Britney chooses sons over sex. Well, that's good. So apparently she had to choose before a potential boyfriend and her kids. Housekeeper turned lover Paul Solis. You see, that's the problem when you're a woman who's very successful. The men sometimes that you choose from, you have to find someone equal to you in fame and fortune. Like, for example, Taylor Swift is with Kelsey, Travis Kelsey. They're both successful and wealthy. So then you know that each other is with each other because they care about each other. But Britney Spears, first she married her backup dancer, you know, and that's fine. Somebody's got to be the lower one, in quotes. But unfortunately, whoever the lower one is, quotes again, well, two things. The lower one might actually love the star, but I mean lower on the totem pole as far as fame. You know, she married that backup dancer, I forget, the Federline. You know, they were divorced shortly after, you know, had a couple of kids. He was trying to, you know, I'm sure some of that was in there. Maybe he cared for her and they did have children together. So, but he was like, yeah, awesome. I'll get with Britney. You know, she's famous. It'll help my career, and she's got money, and I'm this struggling artist and whatever. Or maybe he wasn't struggling. Maybe he'd done okay for himself, but he wasn't famous until he married her. So, you know, there's some of that in there. And now a housekeeper, you know, same thing. You know, maybe he doesn't care to be famous, but often they do. Often they do want to be famous. And any connection to the star, you know. She has had problems with Sean and Jaden. So man challenged Britney Spears, bounced out of her rebound romance with her felonious former housekeeper. Why would she be dating a felon? He was a felon working as her housekeeper. You know, and I feel sorry for Britney because she's just kind of clueless, you know. She thinks she's going to find true love, and she's not, unfortunately. She's got too much baggage now. She might, the only person I believe that could love her is someone who has been as successful as her. And knows that, you know, and is doing okay financially. Who's not struggling for his career or anything. But unfortunately, she's going to have to change her look. Ah, what a pity. I can't read it. It's too depressing. Gaga's dudes a dud. They're really, you know, the last National Enquirer, they were really hitting hard on the women. They were talking about sagging careers and, you know, these old women who want to compete. And this year, this time they're kind of hitting on the men. Have you noticed? Like, first they got Kanye, you know, kind of like saying, oh, you know, I turned lesbian. that's kind of, it's not an insult to Kanye, but it's kind of like, yeah, you know, this girl dumped him. He wasn't good enough to flip her. You know what I mean? Indirectly, it's saying that. That's how I read it. You know, Michael Jackson, okay, was mauled by a chimp. But again, the alpha male, they're talking about the alpha male chimp, you know, kind of showing. And then we have here, you know, Sharon sticks up for sex pest Kevin. I'm going to read that. You know, Britney Spears. Here we have one on Weinstein. Again, it's kind of showing a lot of, it's kind of hating on men, this issue. Last time was kind of hating on women, you know. Sex pest, Kevin Spacey. He's a man. He's a gay man, but he's a man. So we're, you know, kind of. So let's see what it says about Kevin Spacey. Claims he's shunned for being homosexual, not for groping guys. No. I always suspected he might be homosexual, only because he wasn't married. And you never heard of him dating women. I always thought, oh, he's not in the closet. I never thought he was in the closet. I thought he was a homosexual that just didn't make an issue of it. He was just, you know, he just didn't. But anyway, he's claiming now, and I think he's doing that sort of as a way to gain sympathy maybe with certain segments, but he didn't rape anyone, or at least he's not accused of that. He's accused of molesting. Like, I understand. I don't want to grope. Yeah, he was grope some guy in a bar. I mean, it's wrong. I'm not saying it's right, but it's not rape. I mean, we could cut him a little bit of slack. You know, it's wrong. I've been, you know, I'm not saying I'm a woman. Trust me, I've been, not often, but I've been there. I've been groped uninvitedly in public, you know, when I was younger, but it's not nice, but I wouldn't put the guy in jail for it personally. It was just a quick, you know, it depends, you know, it wasn't comfortable, it wasn't fun, you know, but I wouldn't, I don't know. I definitely call him out on it, of course. You don't just ignore it, you do something about it, but something is warranted, you know. An arrest could be, sure, but canceling his entire career, I think that was a bit much, you know. Okay, Sharon sticks up for sex pest Kevin. That's Sharon Stone. Claims he's shunned for being homosexual, not for groping guys. That's what Karen Stone is claiming. Okay. I thought Kevin was bisexual. He was a decent actor. Yeah, I never watched Grey's Anatomy. I'm like, yeah, I think he just never declared what he was. He never said he was gay. He never didn't say he was gay. He just did his job, and maybe his publicist, you know, just kind of didn't talk about it one way or another, you know. Publicists sometimes withhold information, you know, because it doesn't matter. Like you said, he's a great actor. He is still a great, I mean, he doesn't act anymore because of what they did to him, but so they figured, look, he's an actor. He does what he has to do. His private life doesn't matter. You know, some actors really hate the spotlight. They want to just act, get their money, and go home. You know, because they love the art. So there are many actors who don't enjoy being famous, but they love acting, and they go hand in hand. If you're an excellent actor, you're likely going to get famous. But you have those actors, like Kevin Spacey was one of them until he started getting, you know, more famous. But there are actors that are famous, but they're not in the spotlight so much. Like, not, you know, Bridget Jones' Diary, not the actress, not her, but the other guy that was in the movie. You know, he gets some publicity, and of course he's British, so maybe he's get more spotlight over in Britain. But I get the impression he's the kind of actor that can walk down the street, and yeah, people will turn heads, but they're not going to be like, OMG, and like hoard around him and make it impossible for him to walk. You know, that you have those kind of actors that are somewhat famous, but not famous enough that people are going to make it impossible for them to walk or live, you know. And Kevin Spacey used to be that kind of actor until I think it was American Beauty, where he started getting really noticed. But and then he So anyway, I'll keep reading it. Sultry Sharon Stone has come out swinging to defend disgraced sex pest Kevin Spacey. You see, he's a sex pest. He's not a sex predator. You know, there are levels. And I think we do need to cut men some slack a little bit. And don't, oh, let's stay off it. This is ASMR. That's for you guys another time. See, over on the Ramble Scramble channel, I just do whatever I want and I forget. But on this channel, ASMR, you guys, I have to be soft. The Basic Instinct Beauty, 66. She's 66. 9 years older than me. She looks good. Of course, in this picture. All right. Has been ostracized more for being gay. Claims Spacey has been ostracized more for being gay than for the sexual assault allegations that torpedoed the Usual Suspects star's Oscar-winning career. Kevin grabbed people by their genitals, many people, but nobody has publicly said he's raped them or forced them into sexual encounter. Sharon mouths off in a new interview. Okay, okay. I'm not gonna make it political, but if we're gonna forgive him for grabbing people, you know, he didn't rape. It's just kind of what I said. He grabbed them, he didn't rape them. Let's cut him some slack. That's exactly what I said. Some might take offense to what I said, but if we're gonna cut him slack, I'm talking to Sharon Stone now, I'm not talking to anyone else. But if Sharon Stone is gonna cut Kevin Spacey slack for grabbing people and not rape, then he needs to cut President Trump for slack for saying that he did it. We don't even have someone, well, we do have some women saying he did this or that and the other, but, you know, until you go to trial, there's no proof. But anyway, that's all I'm pointing out. I'm not saying it's right or wrong. It's obviously wrong to grab someone uninvitedly. Obviously, that's wrong. But I'm just saying, if Sharon Stone, Miss Feminist, usually, is going to be saying that we got to cut Kevin Spacey some slack, which I agree with her, then we need to cut Donald Trump some slack for saying that he's going to grab women by you-know-what. That's all I'm saying. If you're going to do one, you got to do the other. If you're against both, you're against both. You know, but just you can't do one yes and one no. It's the exact same situation, grabbing someone uninvitedly. So that's to her. I'm speaking to Sharon Stone. She can't hear me, but... All right. A lot more than Kevin Spacey has grabbed men's you-know-whats, and none of them has ever apologized to me. Wait, who are we talking about? She's not a man. While Spacey, 65, saw his A-list status crumble after more than 20 men came forward claiming he forced himself on them, Stone says after losing his home, losing everything, he should be allowed to come back. And goes on to claim there's a double standard in Hollywood where she says men have long felt entitled to fondle her. Yeah, no, I believe it. I believe it. She's very beautiful. To be an actress in Hollywood, I mean, being beautiful helps, but there are a lot of beautiful women in Hollywood. And then to compete, to move up, sometimes the directors know that. The directors, the producers, the people with power in Hollywood, they will take a chance. I'm not saying she ever did it. She probably didn't. I think she got ahead on her own merits. But there are other actresses that have maybe gotten ahead using the casting couch. And I'm not saying it's right or wrong. Again, I'm not judging. But it's kind of expected, which is why we have right here Mr. Harvey Weinstein, which he was a very powerful man, and he took advantage of it and, you know, would get these young, hopeful stars and get them into situations or, you know, knowing that, oh, they're not going to say anything because they know that I'll ruin their careers. You know, it gets to that level when you have power. So you have to be, that's why I'm saying a community is only as strong as its most noble and fearless men. That's my opinion. Men, not women. All right. I'm going to lose a lot of viewers. Women have to be noble too and fearless in their own way. But if the men decide women don't have rights tomorrow, we don't have rights tomorrow, period. We need to appreciate our American men. Because we can mouth off to an American man and he legally men will hit women. It's wrong, but legally he can't do it. He can't hit us or put us in jail for mouthing off, or what many things that women in other countries don't have that luxury. So I'm not saying mouthing off is a nice thing, but in America, a woman can mouth off to anyone, and she is legally entitled to defense if the man hits her. You should not hit a woman. Don't. It's illegal. But we are protected, at least by law in the United States, from, we can say what we want and nobody puts us in jail for it. Unless you scream fire in a movie theater, maybe, okay, but you can have your opinion. And blah, 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 blah. Let's go. Let's read the articles. Matthew Sting, a real buzzkill. Oh my goodness, Matthew McConaughey was stung by a bee. Look at him down there, poor thing. I'm not going to read the Harvey Weinstein article. Let me just quick look what it says. More gals take aim at Wildman Weinstein. Okay, so more girls are accusing him. Big whoopee. What else is new? All right. Gaga's dudes a dud. So here, let's read about Matthew McConaughey. Hey, family, Desmond. I thought, okay, anything over here? Okay, no more. I'm reading the chat every now and then. Superstar Matthew McConaughey was minding his own beeswax when he bumbled into trouble. A bee stung him near his right eye and gave him a honey of a shiner. The 54-year-old Dallas Buyers Club Oscar winner immediately posted a photo to his 9.8 million Instagram followers showing his temporarily disfigured face with one eye swollen and glued shut, along with the caption, "Bee Swell," spelled B-E-E, swell, S-W-E-L-L. He was doing a pun, a play on words. Honeybee stings cause me... See, and then they put a little education in here. That's what I like about this article. First, they get your attention, and they throw in a little education. So listen to this. Honeybee stings near the eyes can cause severe inflammation and such complications as keratitis, optic neuritis, and glaucoma. But although concerned fans were buzzing over the incident, it looks like Matthew is going to be all right. All right, all right. I don't know why they put that 3 times. Now, what's going on with Gaga's dude? Lady Gaga and longtime beau Michael Polanski are still hot and heavy. But sources whisper he's not a hit with her friends, who gripe the bizwiz is a control freak and far from calming influence on the megastar. So if you're interested in hearing about Lady Gaga, I'll read the rest of the article. Otherwise, it'd take too long. I can't read the entire... I mean, I could, but... News flashes. Princess Leia's metallic bikini, worn by the late Carrie Fisher while shooting Star Wars Return of the Jedi, has hit the auction block. Experts say the galactic getup could be worth 6 figures. Into the millions. I gotta find out where they're auctioning that off and put it on my fashion website. That's a cool Halloween idea. Go as Princess Leia for Halloween. Podcaster Taylor Strecker says Modern Family's nasty Eric Stonestreet was the worst guest she's ever had. The host huffs the sitcom star was snippy as he sought to plug his paid sponsorship with an antacid brand. Law and Order legend Sam Waterston was on the case and officiated the hush-hush wedding of breast cancer survivor Olivia Munn, his co-star in The Newsroom, and comedian John Mulaney, who are parents to two-year-old son Malcolm. Okay. Depp rattled by skeletons in closet. Johnny Depp and Amber Heard are back in the news. Or at least they're back in the Enquirer. Guys, a quick public service announcement. You see here, Poshmark. Download the app if you'd like. Download the app. Use the invite code Petit Pois, which is also the name of my shop on Poshmark. And over there, I do weekly sales shows. I may start doing gum snapping sales shows. Gum snapping the way I'm doing it here, kind of. Not the whole thing gum snapping. Just a little in between talking. And I'll try to remain calm. I'm getting calm. It's working. Okay. So, Depp rattled by skeletons in closet. Wacky actor Johnny Depp twisted the truth about his troubled childhood in a desperate bid to sway the jury in his sensational 2022 trial against ex-wife Amber Heard, charges the author of a blistering new book about the Pirates of the Caribbean star. So there's going to be a book about Johnny Depp against Johnny Depp. Yeah, because Amber Heard came out really hard against him. He fought back hard. Now someone's fighting back against Johnny. In Johnny Depp's Accidental Fixer, author, is that the name of the... Johnny Depp's Accidental Fixer is the name of the, is the title of the book. Author Paul Baresi rips the lid off the skeletons in Johnny's family closet, exposing a shocking world riddled with mental illness, betrayal, substance abuse, and dysfunction. And it's got an exclamation point. My search for the truth took me on a journey back to Depp's family's roots, Baresi tells the National Enquirer. Baresi, a private investigator, was hired by Amber, 38, to dig up dirt on her ex-husband. Oh, divorces get nasty, especially when it's an older man with a young woman, and the young woman had married him for fame and fortune, which is what she did. She had her career. I mean, obviously she had some success already, but anyway. Baresi, to dig up dirt on her ex-husband. What he found included Johnny's mother, Betty Sue's depression, mania, and suicide attempt. That's not dirt. That's a poor woman with issues, you know. Poor lady. What's dirt? That's not dirt. Okay. Okay, as well as his father, Johnny Depp Sr., DUI problems, finding work, and dalliances with other women. Okay, he cheated on his mother. That's bad. His father was a cheater. Okay, again, that's not nice, but that doesn't reflect on Johnny. You know, it just means poor Johnny. He had some family issues that he dealt with growing up. It's not dirt. Johnny, 61, dramatically testified about his parents' defamation lawsuit against Amber, but Baresi claims the actor misrepresented the facts in ultimately winning the case and being awarded more than $10 million. He did. He won that case against her. Johnny's gripping testimony highlighted Betty Sue's aggressive, mercurial, and malevolent nature, drawing parallels to Amber. It could be if she was mentally ill and had depression. You know, depressed people aren't always sad. Sometimes they're very mean because their depression comes from their anger, also anger against the world. And so, conversely, his depiction of his father as the battered husband and victim resonated with the jury, suggesting similarities to Johnny himself. However, what I uncovered starkly contradicted the courtroom narrative. During the trial, Johnny portrayed Betty Sue as a villain who was solely responsible for the family breakup. But Baresi says Depp's father played a significant role. Johnny testified that his family moved frequently because of his mother, or rather the fire in her feet, says Baresi. While this may have been partially true, I discovered that the primary driver behind the frequent relocations was his father's struggle to find steady work. And Baresi contends that the sudden departure of Johnny's dad and his mother's failed suicide attempt were due to Depp Sr. falling in love with a co-worker, former high school beauty queen, Marsha Johnson. He adds that Depp's senior's DUI arrest and conviction showed a likely predilection for alcohol. Oh, sorry, I'm looking at the picture. Johnny's dad married Johnson, then divorced her and got hitched again just 16 days later. Man, that hurts. Meanwhile, Betty Sue declared 16-year-old Johnny self-sufficient following the bust-up of her marriage. You know, she basically said, you're 16, bye, you're on your own. 16 is still too young. She wound up going through 5 husbands before dying of cancer in 2016. She was a hellcat, says Johnny of his mom. I imagine if 5 men wanted to marry her, she must have been something special, at least at first. You know, like an exciting woman, or, you know, a hellcat can be very exciting. It sounds very exciting at first. Like I said, it may not be the kind of woman you stay married to because she, you know, but she sounds like a woman that really was a go-getter and got men excited. And all right, she was mean, but she was funny. All right, she was mean, but she was funny. Then we have Chestnut in a fight for his life. Marvelous Mark Chestnut once stood tall with Garth Brooks and Alan Jackson in ushering in the 1990s. Country music resurgent with 20 top 10 hits. Okay, so he's a country star that apparently is not well. He has cancer. Doesn't say what he has. He has a decline in his health. They're not saying what he has, though. So if you're an Alan Jackson and Mark Chestnut fan, tell me and I'll read the article. Oh goodness, Carlos. It's a magazine, a lot about celebrities. I'll tell you in a minute, Carlos. It covers a lot of celebrities. Yeah, it's a junk magazine. It's a tabloid. It's a tabloid. So they cover celebrities, and I'm trying to stay away from serious news because I just get upset. So, Carlos, Leona Penelope passed away. Yeah, she apparently had some kidney issues. I don't know if they developed, or I'm feeling I'm miserable. I have it in the back of my head all day. I miss her so much. And like the first day I was kind of relieved because she was really sick. And I was thinking about taking her to have her put to sleep, but it turned out she passed away before doing that. And so I was kind of relieved because I was like, oh, thank goodness I don't have to take her to have her put to sleep, you know. And she was just getting worse and worse. So I was kind of like relieved for her and for myself that I didn't have to. But now it's just this dull pain that I just, you want to hold her and she's not there. And I'm going to start crying. Okay. Yeah, but thanks for asking. Thanks for asking. It's just horrible. And, I'm trying to get online and I'm selling clothes and I'm trying to stay busy. But it's just absolutely devastating, to be honest. And I'll be okay. I had her for 2 years. She was a sick little dog, and even if she wouldn't have died of the kidney thing, she had some health issues that were difficult. So, maybe it was meant to be. Okay, thanks for asking, though. Don't feel bad for asking. I'm glad you did. Because I've got a lot of pain inside that I just have to let out. But I didn't intend to let it out on here. Okay, need to go. Bye, Cynthia. Oh, that looks delicious. Okay, so yeah. All right, back to reading. Yes, so I'm not doing too well, because of that. But time will pass, and time will dull the pain. Oh, thank you for asking. But, guys, I think I'm going to have to calm down and come back. I'll be right back. Okay. I'll get to the point where, oh, where's the paper? Good thing I took off that mascara. And then, you know, a part of me is thinking, what did I do? You know, maybe it's something I gave her, or maybe I'm thinking I shouldn't have given her tap water. I used to give her tap water. You know, the rest of us drink bottled water, but for the dog, you know, considering that she was such a, I don't know if it was the tap water. You know, they tell us that tap water in Florida is very healthy. There's no salt. It's, you know, drinkable. You know, and but I do wonder, you know, maybe because she was so small and delicate, maybe the tap water was not good for her, and I should have given her, you know, whatever, spring water, the same as what we drink. Just a lot of things. The food, maybe I said I should have gotten her a different kind of food. I don't know. Or maybe, so many things. Or it could have been that she just had kidney problems from birth, but one of the doctors thinks that might be the case. The other doctor that saw her said, no, this is something in her environment that has caused this, you know. So that's what really killed me, you know. If they could prove, you know, say for sure, oh, she was born that way, it was going to have, you know, but knowing that maybe it's something I did or didn't do, and so I'm going to have to just let it go, because there's nothing I can do, you know. I can live with the guilt or not. You know, it's just, oh, yeah, pets. I'm going to get another pet eventually, but I just need a little break. I hadn't had a pet for years. I may as well talk about it. I'll stay calm, my voice down. I hadn't had a pet for many years. I had Fettuccine, my little Mexican hairless dog, some of you might remember. And when he passed away, I said, I'm not getting another pet. I said, someday a little pet somewhere is going to pop up and I'll know that that's the one. You know, and I was waiting, you know, for that to happen. And so that was her. But anyway, she's gone. So, and it'll happen again. I think I'm going to do that again. I'm not going to, right now I can't adopt. I need to travel. I need to, you know, and then once, you know, I'm a little bit better, maybe I'll get once I'm stable, getting a steady job, and I'll consider being open to a pet. Like, for example, actually a cat just had kittens in my yard, and they're adorable, and there were 6, and I tried to make friends with them, and I made friends with 2 of them, because, you know, they're feral cats, so they get scared of you. But if you make them friendly when they're little kittens, you know, the mother was completely scared of me. Every time I came out, she'd run. But the kittens would be there. So I was kind of making friends with the kittens. But then the kittens started being scared. But I made friends with 2 of them, and I was able to find them homes. I, you know, did a little bit of publicity. I took them to the vet. They had some eye infections, you know, how cats are. And look, I'm getting happy now. And so I was able to find homes for 2 of them, the 2 friendlier ones. And then there was a black one that was kind of getting friendly with me as well, but it was more afraid. I said, I better start placing the ones that are friendly, because I said I can deal with the ones that are more afraid of me. Maybe I'll let them hang out and, you know, trap and spay them and then release them again. But they haven't been around in a few days. You know, so when I get back from Argentina, I might focus on that. But I was hoping to get friendly with that little black cat, because it happened to be around. But he'll come and eat. The others have disappeared. All the other kittens, you know. That one will come and eat, but he runs away. So, but, you know, he'll be around. When I'm away, I'm going away for about 10 days. I'll have my father feed him while I'm gone. He or her. I don't know what kind, if it's a cat, if it's a boy or a girl. And then I can trap him. The mom cat's kind of around. I probably should have done it already, but I'm kind of broke also, and you do have to pay. It's cheaper when you go to a rescue, but you still have to pay for the spaying, as far as I understand. So, tap water is better for the... Oh, I'm not reading all this. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm not reading the chat. Oh, I know. Don't you miss... I just missed... You know, I would be on the screen and she'd be around, and, you know... or next to me. She died next to me on the couch. So I've been sleeping on the couch because I'm organizing the garage again to move back here, but it's still not in a situation. I'm selling a lot of clothes or giving away, donating, you know, but I still have a lot to go through. And I've been lax the past few days. I haven't been doing the work, you know, but I'm getting there. I'm getting there. So once I get the garage cleaned up again, like organized and make it livable, like livable. I mean, it is livable already. I could just throw a mattress on the floor and I could actually sleep in here now. I couldn't before. Plus, there was no air. I lost my track of my thoughts. So, being sick is probably why she was so ornery a lot of the time. Yeah, mostly it was around food, though, is when she would get mean, because she was so sweet other times. But yeah, you know, she did, yeah, she had some issues. She had the attitude. She did bite me hard. And so I was always concerned over time, as careful as you are, if you have a dog that nips or bites, you know, I didn't want her around children at all because she's adorable and she's floppy. Children would just go to town with her, like playing with her. And, you know, so I was afraid that they might try to feed her a snack. You know, I always said, no way I'm going to leave her around children unsupervised. And even supervised, I was a little, after she bit me, you know, older children maybe, but anyway. So I did always have that concern, or that she might bite my mother, because my mother's forgetful, so she might forget the dog can sometimes be mean. And fortunately, that never happened. And so there was that concern. But even so, we had it under control for the most part. And it was mainly when she was eating. I'm a little hot. Gone off topic completely. But, you know, I'm better now. And then the cats, around the time the dog got sick, the cat had the kittens in the yard. And I almost felt guilty, you know, because my dog was sick and I was already starting to look at the kittens, but I didn't mean that I was still hoping my dog would get well, you know, but I was thinking if I got a kitten and then I had the little doggy and they could become friends and she'd have someone to play with, because she couldn't really play with other dogs because, you know, and then she started getting sick, and then I had her spayed. There's just so many things that could have caused the kidney issue. Just me not realizing she had a urinary tract infection, actually, maybe she had a urinary tract infection that I just never detected, and the doctors never, I don't know. And then it just got so bad that it affected her kidneys, and that's what really killing me. I think that might be what it might have been also. So, you know, tap water, you're saying it's not. Lexi, being sick. So, tap water is better for dogs than spring water because of the minerals. Please don't blame yourself. My old dog died of a heart attack a few years ago. I've always wondered if she drank some of my coffee. But I've realized that she probably didn't, and even if she had, little things like that don't actually cause dogs not to live anytime anything happens. Yeah, exactly. It could have been anything, and obviously I didn't do it on purpose, but I keep thinking it's something I neglected to do, you know, like I neglected to clean her properly after she went to the bathroom. I'm thinking maybe, you know, I would wash her. I would make sure she had nothing there in the back end. Or maybe I shouldn't, you know, so many things. I can't. I'll go crazy. She's gone and I just have to accept it. So at least you gave Penny a good life. Yeah, that's what I think. You know, she only had 2 years of life. She was born in March of 2022. So she had a very short, very loved life from the beginning. She wasn't even, from the beginning, she was born in my cousin's home, and my cousin gave her everything she needed and love, and she had her brothers and sister, you know, her brother and sister doggies that she, you know, kind of played with. They were brothers after all. And then she had her own mom, her real mom, dog, always with her until I adopted her. Then I took care of her as I best could. I just, you know, anyway. No, I'm better. I can talk about her without crying. So I've gotten there. Oh, thank you, Sean. You need to go. Okay. Yeah, and I'm getting long. I meant this to only be an hour. All right, let's get going. Here's a little gum snapping. So I'll just read the titles. So Gaga's dude is apparently, he's dragging her into the shallows. A longtime beau, Michael Polanski, they're still hot and heavy, but whisper he's not a hit with her friends. He's a control freak. Okay. Next. Oh, and Depp. We read about Johnny Depp. Royal flush. Well, they've got something about Sean Combs, P. Diddy, saying that the hits keep coming. Yeah, more women are coming out against Sean Diddy Combs, Sean Puffy Combs. SNL icon John Belushi's widow has died at age 73. John Cena, 47, is hanging up his shorts, his jean shorts, and retiring from the World Wrestling Entertainment. A royal flush. Ex-Queen member John Deacon lives like a recluse, spies say. He was a member of the group Queen. Now he's an old recluse. But he cashes the checks from the band. Members of the classic British rock band Queen are royally rich after selling their deep catalog of hits to Sony for an astounding $1.2 billion. And then they all retire. Oh, awesome. A huge chunk is going to a guy who wants nothing to do with them. A lot of chunk is going to him. Former Queen bassist John Deacon, who wrote some of the band's biggest hits, including Another One Bites the Dust, Another One Bites the Dust, and You're My Best Friend, axed his relationship with the group after the 1991 death of lead singer Freddie Mercury, declaring it's impossible to replace Freddie. That's true. Freddie was Queen. You didn't even know the names of the other guys. Without Freddie, Queen did not exist. He was right there. If they wanted to start another group and name it something else, fine. But Queen was Freddie Mercury. I was about to say Freddie Prinze, Freddie Mercury. And if you don't know who Queen were, Freddie Mercury, Google it. Amazing group from the 1980s. I don't even know. They might have started in the late 70s. Yeah, when Freddie died, John felt like Queen died with them. Yeah, plus, they got $1 billion for, they split it up among the members. All right. Next article. Both Jens kick Ben Affleck to the curb because he married Jennifer Garner first and then he married Jennifer Lopez. And both the Jens are kicking Ben to the curb. I'm trying to snap. I can't snap as well as I used to. Jennifer Garner believes she's gone above and beyond for her ex-hubby, a source dishes. I believe that. I believe Jennifer Garner has gone above and beyond. I don't like to speak badly about Jennifer Lopez because I do admire. I do admire her. Okay, yeah, I buffer over on YouTube, whereas on the iPhone I don't, because when I go off of Wi-Fi here, it connects to my iPhone Wi-Fi. So, have a look at both and see which is better. So, screen stud Ben Affleck has apparently managed to become radioactive to both Jennifers in his life. As National Enquirer's readers know, Ben's high-profile marriage to Jennifer Lopez was rocky from the start and has finally collapsed. Yeah. Ben Affleck has issues. I don't know him, obviously, but there are certain actors, you've seen them in interviews, and you see them in, well, even in the movies, but of course in the movies they're acting, so you can't tell that much from their body language. But Anyway, all right. I wonder why they don't like him. Now he's being blown off by ex-wife and baby mom Jennifer Garner too. Despite being lauded by Garner for maintaining a good relationship with their 3 kids, sources say he's totally fed up with trying to help the 51-year-old actor sort out his marital problems with Jennifer Lopez. That's what ends up happening. If you have a good relationship with your ex, then he starts talking about you, about his new, romances, and like, oh, and this is happening and that's happening. If I were the new girlfriend, here's the thing though. I don't mind. Well, no, I would mind. Yeah, no, I would mind if he were friends with his ex. Well, no, it depends. If they have kids together and I'm the new wife, I have to understand that if they have a good relationship, that's best for the children. So, but if you're the new girlfriend, you're also going to have to understand that he's going to discuss you with the ex-wife and the mother of the children because she's worried about her kids. They're at your house. They're at his house and you're there, let's say. She wants to know you. And then if you get into a fight with him, he's going to talk to his ex-wife about you or his ex, because he's going to do that out of revenge. Like once it's over with Jennifer Garner, he's going to badmouth. Once it's over with Jennifer Lopez, he's going to badmouth Jennifer Lopez to Jennifer Garner, for sure. All right. Harried hubby fears J-Lo on warpath. Oh, there's a whole, 2 pages about Ben Affleck and different articles. So harried hubby fears J-Lo is on the warpath. And Ben pigs out on 5 pizzas. He orders 5 pizzas at once and he's going to eat all of them. That's emotional eating because he's going through a divorce. He might actually start to gain weight. That's stress eating. When you're under stress and you're going through stuff, you eat. I do that too. All right, so brooding Ben Affleck is eating his feelings amid his split with Jennifer Lopez. So it's on. They're splitting. It's not even rumors anymore. They're actually, at least as far as the Enquirer goes, I don't know if that was officially said anywhere else. Sometimes the Enquirer gets the scoop because they jumped the gun. But if they happen to guess right, are they splitting? Is it official? Does anybody know? I'm going to have to Google that quick. Jennifer Garner, Jennifer Lopez. Don't marry 2 people with the same name. You're going to go Jennifer Lopez, Ben Affleck divorce. Ben Affleck. I don't know why they got married. How long have they been married? A year? Ben Affleck's drastic new look labeled a midlife crisis makeover. See, it's not official. It's not official that they're getting divorced. The Enquirer has been known to jump the gun, on a scoop and get the scoop before anyone else by chance because they take the risk. And they have the luxury of knowing that people don't take them seriously. So if they do actually get the scoop, it's like, whoa, they got the scoop, But they actually, I remember it was something very important in the world news. I don't remember when it was. It was back in the 90s. And there was some really important thing that happened. I don't even remember what it was. And nobody got the scoop. And the Enquirer did, but I don't remember. It was something important though. It was something about, if I Google it, maybe I'll find it. And it could be that they just guessed or that they had an inkling and they said, what the heck, let's just publish it. If we get it wrong, nobody's going to be shocked because nobody, So then it came out in all the other newspapers that the Enquirer got the scoop on this important thing that happened, whatever. And that's what middle America reads. Huh? Working class people. And all right. So he'll have as many as 5 pizzas delivered at one time. Ben has a sweet tooth and he's satisfying with brownies and chocolate chip cookies and sweet coffee drinks topped with whipped cream. Ben is king of his own castle again and making up for lost time, sources. So they've got him divorcing. At least the Enquirer's got him divorcing. Ben Affleck's pals allege Jennifer Lopez controversial. This is in broke the camel's back in their marriage. Okay, there is rumors out there they're getting divorced. Okay, impending divorce. Okay, no, yeah, it's out. So but this is a month-old news, and I don't remember them coming out as far as a month ago with the divorce. So somehow the Enquirer knew about it. Because how old are these? That's only a day old. 7 hours ago. You know, all right, I don't know. I don't know when the scoop actually came out they were getting divorced. Maybe it came out slowly. So, harried hubby fears that J-Lo is on the warpath. Badgered Ben Affleck is avoiding Jennifer Lopez like the plague, but still wears his wedding ring occasionally because he's terrified she'll destroy him in a divorce war, sources squeal. Ben never expected Jennifer to embrace his decision to leave. Oh, Ben is leaving her, spills an insider. But, according to the Enquirer, Ben is leaving her. But he's freaked by how hard it is for her to let go, and he's living in fear of how far she'll take it. The fairy tale couple has been living apart at least since early May, when Ben rented a house in Brentwood and moved his stuff out of the $60 million Beverly Hills monstrosity they bought together. $60 million. They bought it together a year ago. Now they got to split that in half. They'll probably sell it for cheap. They spent $60 million. They want to sell it quick. They'll sell it for cheaper. Some other star is going to have to buy it. Oh, I keep looking at the I'm not looking at the camera. I'm looking at the microphone. I should put the camera on the microphone so then all right. Ben can't handle conflict right now, but she would rather argue than be ignored, blabs the tipster. Okay. So that's that. Next page. It's a skinny little magazine, but I'm taking too long to go through it. Money meltdown on Costner's horizon. So Kevin Costner is having a money meltdown. Let's get to some of these younger stars. I think you YouTubers are younger than me. Yeah, I only got 5 people listening. You must be old people. Jimmy and Justin's boozy breakup. Okay, Justin Timberlake, he's a little bit younger, but he's 43 too. I don't have any young stars in the Enquirer except for, we'll get to Meghan Markle pretty soon. Gladiator Russell Crowe scoots around Rome. Gladiator Russell Crowe was in Rome, scooting around on a scooter. This is boring this month. Last issue was fun. This one's boring. Pretty boys Tom and Brad are getting ugly. I wonder what they're fighting about. Turf war as Pitt films new flick in Cruise's town. So Tom Cruise is mad that Brad Pitt is filming a movie in his town. Screen superstars Brad Pitt and Tom Cruise are squaring off in an ego-driven battle of Britain as feuding box office heavyweights take aim at each other on foreign soil. They're fighting against each other in Britain. Brad, 60, is in merry old England, filming his highly anticipated car racing flick F1, while Tom, 62, has been living in London since 2021 and calls himself an Anglophile who loves being here. Oh, so Tom Cruise lives in England. You didn't know that. But the island nation may not be, and we got Beckham from you guys. So we sent you Tom Cruise, and we got David Beckham. But the big island nation may not be big enough for the two of them. Sources snitch the actors never got over clashing badly when they shot 1994's Interview with the Vampire. Oh, Brad Pitt and Interview with the Vampire was a movie. They were both in it. That's the reason they haven't worked together in 30 years, spills an insider. They play it down publicly, but it's no secret they can't stand each other. You know why? They're both about the same age. They were both famous actors and renowned for their looks. So they're too much alike. So I could see how doing a movie together, there would be a clash of personalities. You know, you got to be a bit of a a narcissist. I'm not saying complete narcissist. I think Brad Pitt is actually quite a generous person. He's done, oh, so is, you know, they've given money to a lot of good causes and stuff. So, but I can see how the two would have, I even actually didn't remember they ever worked together, but apparently they did when they were still young. And Tom Cruise was famous first. Then Brad Pitt got famous as an adult. He might have done a few movies, but he got famous as an adult. Tom Cruise got famous as a teen, so he got a little bit of a head start. And then, but when Brad Pitt made it onto the big screen, it exploded. I mean, he so good looking. He still is, but when he was young, he looked like Robert Redford. He looked like Robert Redford when Robert Redford was young, who was also renowned for his looks and talent. You know, they're both talented as well as good looking. So imagine, as well as Tom Cruise. So too much alike. Here they are in the interview of the vampire. There. Tom Cruise kind of lost me when he got so into that Scientology stuff. It kind of got weird for me. And now Brad Pitt is coming, you know, Angelina Jolie is coming out that Brad Pitt was rather abusive and has alcohol issues. And so Sly Hart plays both ends against middle. We're talking about Kevin Hart now. Staying neutral helps Kevin Hart earn big bucks and with Smith and Rock. Kevin Hart pretends his pal's infamous Oscar incident never happened, says an insider. Oh, Chris Rock and Will Smith. Okay, I see. So he tries to stay neutral. Half-pint funny man Kevin Hart is coming up short in taking sides in the Oscar Slapgate incident involving Will Smith and Chris Rock. Excuse me. And sources say his Swiss-style neutrality is paying big dividends. Yeah, if you don't take sides on anything, people will like you. If you're an actor, and that is, you know, nothing wrong with that. If you've decided to dedicate yourself to your acting career or comedy or whatever, show business, you know. Another one who does that is Michael Jordan. You'll never, I think once he made a little comment on an issue that affected the black community in politics, but he rarely, I've never heard, other than that one time that I read that he said about an issue that affects black Americans. And it wasn't even an issue was that, you know, but it was a little bit. It was about the police and stuff. And he sided with the, you know, with the not necessarily defund the police, but he sided with the black side against the police in that very mild comment that he made, which is, you know, understandable. But he'll never talk politics. You'll never Google anywhere on you won't find that he's made any strong comments on politics, and that's in part because he wants sponsorships. You know, what's wrong with that? You want to make money, and you know I don't blame him. But sometimes, yeah, it does help if an actor. Now those actors that are too out there, like what's her name? She drives me. But she can afford it. She's already made her money. Suzanne Sarandon. She drives me. I can't stand the woman, because of her politics. But all right. So anyway, Chris Rock is staying. Kevin Hart is staying neutral. You know, which I think is a smart thing to do. Both. You know, Will Smith had a bad night. He did what he did. Oh well. He misjudged or whatever he did. You know, it was time to set some people straight. He did what he had to do, and I think that's something that's among the black people need to work it out. You know, decide. There was something going on there that had to do with blackness that white people are kind of clueless about. I believe that there was something going on there more than what we're seeing. So I'm not, you know, and I love Will Smith. I love Jada Pinkett. And I also like Chris Hart. I think he's funny. I mean, Chris Hart, look at me. The other guy, Chris Rock. You know, no, I admire Chris Rock. He's you know, done some things that are positive too. So, okay, then we have this big thing, don't smoke. Big advertisement. Don't smoke. Warning, this product contains nicotine. It's a big advertisement for cigarettes with a big warning that it's bad for you. So, you know, do what you want. But they spent a lot of money on this ad. It's it's not cigarettes. It's a vape. Well, it's tobacco, but they're not cigarettes. Now the thing is to vape. So you can also, instead of smoking tobacco, you can vape it. And it's less smoky in the air. So, Taylor tackles Julia. Okay, now it's getting juicy. Taylor Swift. I know everybody knows who she is. It's not these old famous people anymore. So Roberts runs fingers down Travis' chest, checking out his shoulders. She was getting touchy-feeling in a conversation with Travis Kelce, trying to make the moves on it, according to the article. So, vengeful Taylor Swift is targeting Julia Roberts after the Pretty Woman star shamelessly ran her hands all over the superstar singer's studly boyfriend, Travis Kelce, backstage at one of her concerts. Sources exclusively tell the National Enquirer. That is a long sentence. That is all one sentence, only one period. Okay, no more comments. 4 viewers. What about all my gum people who like my gum snapping? All right. Julia was crawling all over Travis to the point where it was embarrassing to Taylor and Travis, blabs an insider. Travis did everything he could to make her aware he was not interested. But Julia didn't seem to care. Julia Roberts, first of all, is married and has a 16-year-old daughter. I doubt this is true. But according to the Enquirer, she was trying to get with Travis Kelce. The Oscar winner ceaselessly rubbed Travis' muscular arms and torso, and at one point bizarrely pawing at his chest. Her affection not only seemed to make the football hunk uneasy, but also apparently unnerved Julia's beleaguered 55-year-old husband, Danny Moder. That's what I was saying. She's married. It didn't happen. I mean, she might have been touching her or something, but it's not what they took a still, it was probably a video, and they took a still shot, and this whole movement probably happened like in a fraction of a second. Like she probably made some kind of, joke, or you know what I mean? So they took this is my opinion. So they took the screen still, it was a video, but they took the still shot, because you could tell, because it's all blurry, of this fraction of a section occurrence, a fraction of a second occurrence. And, he even has his arm, like, it was some comment that she made. It took a fraction of a second, and they blew it up into this thing, which is what today's news has started doing. See, it used to be the Enquirer was the only one who did that, and we knew that the Enquirer did that. But now mainstream media does that. And that's where it makes me angry, that they're making Americans out to be dumb people, like we don't know they're doing that, and the AI and all. So, all right. Anyway, I'm not going to read the whole thing. Oh, this is also a big thing. The whole spread is about Kelce. Here's over here more news about Taylor Swift. Singer uses disguises to hide from fame. We're reading over here now. Staggered Taylor Swift is resorting to extreme measures to carve out a particle of privacy as her celebrity continues to skyrocket into the stratosphere. She's arguably one of the most famous people in the world now, still spills a spy. Even Hollywood stupid stars and royals are throwing themselves at her feet constantly. There's nowhere she can go where she isn't recognized. Ever since the 34-year-old You Need to Calm Down singer began dating NFL star Travis Kelce, 34, perfect age for each other. They need to get married. Oh, they're getting to that age. They need to get married and have a baby, oh well. because she's famous now, but someday her fame is going to be gone. She'll have a lot of money, but someday she'll get old and there will be a new superstar. And, she, you know, if she doesn't form her little family now, and, you know, maybe she doesn't want to, and that's fine. That's her choice. But many times women think they don't want to when they're in their 30s, and they think they have forever, you know, and you really don't. You really don't. Around 34-ish, 35-ish, you're getting close to the cutoff for having kids anyway. Maybe not for finding true love, but for having kids, you kind of need to try to get that done if you're going to do it. I always throw that out there. All right, anyway. So she's got to hide, and it's nearly impossible for her to leave her house without a scene. I have to be set up to block her from being seen before she'll go out to get to her car. Yeah, she can't even go from her house to her car because the paparazzi, they may have cameras with wide angle lenses that can super zoom in. She went on a Caribbean getaway, you know, and she got followed and got photographed. She just wanted to enjoy her getaway with her boyfriend. Yeah, that's gotta be tough. You know. All right, we're not even near the end of this magazine. We're not even at the centerfold. How long have I been on? Oh, I've been on for over an hour. I want to only do more within an hour, but bigamy, brouhaha. Okay, here's something about Trejo. Danny Trejo, actor, author, restaurateur, got a water balloon thrown at him. I've never heard of him. Terrorizes crowd as a water balloon incident awakens inner monster. Oh, his inner monster. Okay, Danny was riding in a convertible at an Independence Day parade when someone threw a water balloon which hit the car and exploded. Okay, and then and then Danny Trejo was arrested. Okay, but he got scared. He was okay, granted, that was a risk. He was in a car. He's a famous person. There's no, you know, it's a convertible. Where is it? Right here. I guess that scared him, and then he threw a hook. The 80-year-old machete man went ballistic after a water balloon pelted his car in Los Angeles during an Independence Day parade. The reformed serial convict, oh, he's an actor, but he's been to jail several times. Danny went berserk after he was hit by the balloon and went to hit the guy, spills a source. Nobody has seen this kind of rage in him since he left the thug life decades ago. You know, he's got post-traumatic stress disorder. You know, the water balloon hit the car, it scared him, and he flipped. That's post-traumatic stress disorder, which a lot of felons have because they've seen a lot of scary stuff, you know. Okay, so that's Danny Trejo. I don't know. Spy Kids star. Look at that. He's a convicted felon. I mean, it depends what he did. You know, maybe he held up a bank or something. I don't know what he did, but Spy Kids star. I guess that's a movie. Dude arrested for marrying fourth wife without divorcing number 3. Texas Casanova Marcus Shorten was charged with bigamy after marrying his fourth wife, and cops say he gave them the lame excuse he committed the naughty nuptial because he couldn't locate his third wife to deliver their divorce papers. Okay, that happens. That does happen, but you're supposed to publish in a newspaper or something that you're looking for her to divorce her, and you have to give a certain amount of time for her to respond. I don't know that from... Somebody told me to do that when I was divorcing my husband, but I didn't do it that way. I did it the right way, but... So they were married, but then the defendant stated he married the third wife So he married Moselle. He married Camo while still married to Moselle. I wonder if they're Haitian. Camo sounds like a French name. Okay. The defendant stated he did so because he could not locate Moselle, his third wife. So he married the fourth wife. The 54-year-old Lethoro split in 2012 with that other wife. No, 5 years. They got married in 2012, and he got married. He left her 5 years later. He can go to prison for 10 years for bigamy. They think he's lying. They think he knew, but he married her anyway. The two-timing spouse, yeah, she had reached out to him. Okay, you know. Look how they spelled bigamy, though. Bigamy is spelled with an O, isn't it? And they spelled it with an A. Isn't that a typo? I think so. Because polygamy is with an O. So bigamy, it seems like it would be with an O. All right, the Enquirer get 28 free issues. You got some jewelry ads here. And it's National Enquirer ad. You can get a subscription. Maybe I should. 28 issues and a free gift. Save $3.30. I guess they're 28 issues a year. No, 52 issues a year. It's a weekly tabloid. Okay, now we have the puzzle page. You can do a crossword. Maybe we could do that on another one. When are we going to get to Meghan Markle? Age before beauty. Pageant queen, 71. Vies for Texas crown. So a 71-year-old woman is going to try to become Miss Texas. The scandal-scarred Miss USA pageant has gotten a boost from a fresh-faced 71-year-old contestant, Marissa Tejo, who nearly walked away with the title of Miss Texas. She does have a nice body. This is her. This is the old lady. She's 71? I mean, she must have had some work done. You can't be 71 and look like that without something. She works out probably, too. Okay, so the reason she almost got the title, the retired elementary school teacher from El Paso emerged as one of the finalists in the Miss Texas USA competition, after age limits for contestants were removed this year. So that means I can run. That means I can run for Miss USA now. I don't think old ladies are going to win because you got to be pretty. I mean, you know, if you start taking away the beauty requirement, I mean, come on. I'm not saying that they can't be very talented women. They took away the swimsuit competition in the Miss America pageant. I agree with that. Okay, maybe we don't want to objectify the women, so we want them to dress nicely, but not, you know, but they have to be pretty. I mean, young. They have to be young and pretty. Come on, you have to be under a certain age to be Miss America. We can do a Miss Old America, like a Miss Old USA pageant. I don't want to see old ladies running for Miss America. I want to see young, pretty girls who are the future, you know, and that doesn't make me sick or weird or... I mean, she's attractive for a 71-year-old, sure, but I'm not going to pretend that she's as beautiful as a 25-year-old. Let's stop being ridiculous. I'm getting angry. Sorry, ASMR people. That's why I had to start my other channel, because I forgot that I was ASMR. And I started getting angry. And I get angry with women who are old trying to look young. You know? I'm not saying you can't look good. I look good for my age. I'll brag for my age. But that's the key. For my age. And I don't even look good right now with no makeup on and stuff. But I certainly can't compete with this lady or this lady. Maybe if I were their age, I might have had a chance. But even at their age, Well, this one, actually, this one looks kind of, you know, even the young girls now are getting too many nips and tucks, because this one looks kind of, she's pretty, but she looks a bit too phony. I'll show you guys in a minute, doesn't she? Look, she's kind of, oh, you can't see it on that camera. That's not a good camera. She's kind of looks like she's had her face stretched like this. Noelia Voigt resigned in May amid charges of bullying and abuse, and Miss Teen USA Uma Sofia Srivastava, she sounds Sri Lankan, gave up her crown in solidarity. Maybe for some political reason, we can guess which one, but she gave up her crown. So the one that's up for the running then apparently is Miss El Paso. She's going to go to the Miss USA pageant, 71-year-old. Okay, well, she's not going to win. We got to be to the Royals. Has anyone been here from the beginning? I got 3 people there and 4 people there. Okay, 7 viewers. I can't even get to 10 on 2 different channels. All right. Okay, so Harry blames evil stepmom Camilla for palace malice. But royal insiders insist feud is all Meghan's fault. Peeved Prince Harry keeps blaming his stepmother, Queen Camilla, for the rift between him and his father, King Charles. But palace sources insist his meddling American wife, Meghan, is really at fault because she won't stop stirring the pot behind the scenes. I don't see why she would bother doing that. They don't even live near each other, but okay. Palace insiders claim the Duke of and Duchess of Sussex Palace insiders claim the Duke and Duchess of Sussex were blackballed from the King's official birthday celebration, the Trooping the Color last month, for the 2nd year in a row, which indicates His Majesty's disfavor with the royal renegades. But whenever Harry and Meghan are asked by their closest friends how this has all escalated so badly, they all point the finger firmly at Camilla and insider dishes. So that's the basic story. Harry and Meghan say it's Camilla's fault. Other insiders say it's Meghan's fault. And the fault is of whoever you want to believe. You know, you're going to have people who are on the side of the royals, and you're going to have people who are on the side of Harry and Meghan. You know, and the truth is probably somewhere in the middle. A man siding with his wife, I think, is a good thing, especially when children are involved. So, you know, I wish everyone would get along, and maybe they really do. But, you know, we got to get some juicy stuff in the news. And then occasionally, if you keep reading the articles, there's something in there. Harry's beloved mother, Princess Diana, died in 1997 at only 36 years old. I remember that. I was in my late 30s. No, I wasn't 35 yet, because she was Lady Diana was older than me by a few years, like, you know, 3 or 4 years. So I was in my early 30s. But oh yeah, she was the style icon of our time. One of the style icons. Like, you wanted to dress like Lady Di, and women were getting their hair cut like her. I would get a Lady Di cut today at my age now. I would consider that. I might take this picture to a hairdresser and just get it done. All right, Texas Sharknado. Oh my goodness, a shark attacked. A man was bitten by a shark. The 4th of July turned into a nightmare scene straight out of the Jaws when 4 people were attacked by the same man-eating shark in the waters off Texas, South Padre Island. It's unprecedented here on South Padre Island, says local fire chief Jim Pigg, P-I-G-G. In the most terrifying incident, the 6-foot bull shark tore off a woman's calf. Oh, I can't keep reading. I can't keep reading. Oh, good Lord. Then the husband jumped in and saved her, and I can't read it. Okay, another crossword and puzzles. It's more puzzles. Hollywood hookups. Okay, here's some short little blurbs about the latest Hollywood hookups. Toby and Chi hit the bottom. Tobey Maguire, 49, sparked fireworks on the 4th of July with actress Lily Chi, 20. All right, at a star-studded party in the Hamptons. An insider reports the two hung out together all night, and by the time they exited the bash, his hand was on her butt. On her butt. Okay, she's 20. I believe it's legal. She's over, I think it's 18, 17, 18. It's legal. He's 49, she's 20. The Spider-Man actor's BFF, Leonardo DiCaprio, who's said to only date women under the age of 25, would be proud. And that's true. I've never seen Leonardo DiCaprio with anyone under, well, I don't know what age, but definitely he's always with young women. And he can do it. He's famous, he's handsome, he's rich. You know, you can get women when you have those things. I know, it's not fair. It's not fair. You know, you might be a nice guy, but if you're broke, you only have a limited options. You might find a nice lady who wants to work together with you and pull ahead, and the both of you, like as equals, pulling, you know, or maybe not equals, but you each have your defined roles for pulling ahead, you know. And as you get more and more famous as a man, you have a broader selection of women to choose from. It's just how it is. But you get used for your money a lot too, and your fame. And there a lot of women get together with you that are young and beautiful because they know what you can get for them. So if you don't mind that, then awesome. But older women will get with you for the same reason if they could. So, you know, it's hard for you to decide, you know, who really cares about you. Even friends, people will be friends with you because of it. You know, so your true friends are the ones that were friends with you from before. Which is hard for young famous people like Britney Spears, Justin Timberlake. I guess now he can be confident. And his wife was famous too. That's, like I said, that's the only way you can be sure someone's with you for love. Someone that's equal to you in fame. And you know, who doesn't need your fame and fortune because they have it themselves. Then you can truly fall in love. That's why I think Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift could be a good match. Obviously, Beyonce and Jay-Z. Who are these people we just saw? There were other people, you know. Anyway, here we go. So, sad end for Rod's newlywed son. Rod Stewart's son, Sean, has split from Jodie Weintraub, the daughter of late producer Jerry Weintraub. Okay, Rod Stewart is a rock star. His son isn't famous, but that I know of. They got hitched on Valentine's Day in 2023. Hours after he proposed in Vegas. An insider spills their relationship went haywire months ago. Sean, 43, is now dating Charlie Sheen's ex, Julia Stambler. And Julia Stambler had some serious drug issues. So, there you go. Okay, Butler serves up Bikini Beauty. Surfs up for Gerard Butler, an English bikini. Here we go again. He's 54, she's 25. She's a bikini model. Very beautiful. He's handsome, rich, and famous. So, surfs up for Gerard Butler, an English bikini beauty, Penny Lane. Oh, Penny Lane sounds like Penny Lou. Penny Lou is the nickname I gave my dog. Okay, her name was Leona Penelope. I told her Penny Lou. All right. The actor, 54, and the Sports Illustrated model, who's 25 years. Oh no, 25 years his junior. She's not 25 years old, but I don't know. Do the math. She's a lot younger. Were spotted holding hands and flirting in London. Gerard previously dated interior designer Morgan Brown for 9 years and has also been linked to Jennifer Aniston and Jessica Biel. But Jessica Biel is married to Justin Timberlake and has been for a long time. So I hope it was when they were young. But let's see. Jessica Biel, gender. I don't think they're having issues. Oh, I got to stay up with what's going on. Jessica Biel. Let me just put it in there. Divorce rumor. Divorce rumor. Because maybe there's a scoop I don't know about. In 2020, there were rumors that stated that the couple, that's Jessica Biel and Justin Timberlake, were headed for a $250 million divorce. But according to Gossip Cop, that's untrue. In fact, the couple who just welcomed their second child together have seemingly moved on from the scandal. But when was that written? I got to see when that article was written. Oh, well, the article's from 2021. So I don't see anything recent. The couple have mutually decided to end their relationship. Oh my God. That's not getting a lot of press. It's going to be uncontested and they're going to do it quietly. You know, probably when the rumors came out in 2020, they decided, okay, let's just keep this. They've probably been divorcing since 2020. That's how famous people do it. Now, Jennifer Garner and Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck, they didn't do things right. I hope they have a prenup. They probably do. They're going to have to split that $60 million house they bought. Justin Timberlake and Jessica Biel, if they're now mutually deciding to end, they decided that probably back in 2020 and decided to start preparing for the divorce. And that's a smart thing to do. That's how smart people do it, especially if you're rich like they are. They said, okay, look, you get half, I'll get half. You know, they married, they were both young, so they might not have done the prenuptial, although they were both famous, but he was more famous. So, all right, well, so apparently, but there's not a lot of press, see, but it's in the Enquirer. So you will sometimes get news from the Enquirer. It may, and like I said, years ago, there was that one political issue. It was like a serious thing. It wasn't celebrity stuff. And the Enquirer had reported it, and nobody else had. So Middle America, who will oftentimes believe these articles, whether they're true or not, sometimes they are true, just not important, believed that article, you know, anyway. So Magic Mike can't make it down the aisle. Tatum too busy to fit Zoe into his schedule. Channing Tatum and Zoe Kravitz. Oh, okay, that's Lenny Kravitz's daughter. Want to tie the knot in 2025. Oh, okay, Channing Tatum is dating Zoe Kravitz, who again is a lot younger than him. Let's see the difference here. Hollywood hunk Channing Tatum is so busy making movies, he's having trouble squeezing in a wedding to his sweetie, Zoe Kravitz, says sources. The 21 Jump Street star. Okay, so 21 Jump Street was Johnny Depp age. Maybe he's a little younger than Johnny Depp. But Zoe she's a generation after me. She could be like a daughter if I had a daughter. She's probably my niece's age. Let's see how old these people. So he's 44. Okay, he's younger than Johnny Depp. He must have been a little kid on 21 Jump Street. Johnny Depp was a young adult. So he's 44. You know, he was the Lost City and the Magic Mike. He was in those movies. And she's 35. Okay, not that much. 9-year difference. Okay, not too much of a difference. But see, she's 35. She could be my daughter. And he could be my young son, I guess, right? I'm 40. I'm 50. No. No, he couldn't be my son. Well, I'm 50. Oh, wait, he could. I could be if I would have been a teenage mom, he could be my son. And she could be my daughter. So, but yeah, there's a 9-year gap there. So that's, I mean, not so bad. Especially, you know, she's in her 30s, he's in his 40s. It's not as shocking as if she were 18, if he were 9 years younger. There, it's a little more like, oh my gosh. All right, anyway, they're talking about a new therapy. They'll always throw in a little help. Oh, are you guys still on? Oh my gosh, I don't even know if I'm still on YouTube over here. All right, I hope I'm still on with you guys. I think the computer goes to sleep. All right. New therapy stops diabetic blindness. It's true. If you have diabetes, you can eventually go blind if you don't control your diabetes. So that's important. But there's a revolutionary new treatment, and this is going to be based diabetic retinotherapy. It's called retinopathy. Diabetic retinopathy is the problem that you develop if you have diabetes. A revolutionary new treatment could save the sight of millions of Americans diagnosed with diabetic retinopathy. Researchers from the University of Oklahoma and the Kolsnick Laboratory at the Memorial Sloan Kettering Cancer Center have developed a therapy to prevent damaging fatty compounds that can cause vision loss from the building up in the eyes of diabetics. Okay, so you can read more about that. Here's something about animals. Ask the vet, so people know about their pets. One of our dogs died. Oh my gosh. One of our dogs died from renal failure caused by eating grapes. Our fault because we eat frozen ones as low-cal treats in the summer. Yeah, I did not feed my dog grapes. But yeah, I'm wondering, and I told my parents, don't feed the dog stuff. That's one thing. My father used to feed the dog stuff off the table. But no, I usually controlled her diet. He might have given her something now and then, but not enough to kill her. But look at that. It's about renal failure. That's what my dog died of. What a coincidence. Okay. Thank you for your letter and chance to alert our readers. Grapes and, of course, raisins are part of most likely plant and cause poisoning in dogs. Most dogs with raisin or grape toxicosis develop vomiting and diarrhea within 6 or 12 hours. Okay. My dog didn't have diarrhea. It wasn't an acute case then. It wasn't... Maybe. I don't know. Other signs include lethargy, anorexia, abdominal pain, weakness, dehydration, excessive thirst. My dog had a lot of those. Cats may be similarly affected, but seem less likely to consume fruit. All right, don't feed your dog grapes or raisins is the moral of the story. But there are other things that dogs can eat that are poisonous to dogs that aren't poisonous to people, so be careful. Ellen Sellin, news story, I was robbed. Ellen DeGeneres claims she was robbed. This is a really boring issue. All right, to me. Maybe you guys are enjoying it. Okay. Uses comedy tour to regain toehold in Tinseltown. Hollywood pariah. Why is she pariah now? Pariah is a bad thing. Hollywood pariah Ellen DeGeneres is plotting a comeback, but sources are calling her delusional if she thinks she can erase her reputation as the queen of mean. Oh, okay, yeah. She developed a bad reputation as mistreating her staff. I remember that. Justin Bieber called her two-faced. Brad Garrett and Leah Thompson were stars skewered by her supposedly sweet image. Well, okay. McSteamy confesses, I was Grey's nightmare. Eric Dane, who exited the show in another Grey's Anatomy story. Eric Dane, who exited the show in 2012, is happy to be sober and clean. I keep forgetting to gum snap. See, that's why I didn't publicize that I was gum snapping. If I would have publicized that I was gum snapping, I'd probably have more people watching. I only have 3 people on Susura Whisper. That's the channel that everybody's like, oh, we love to hear. Yeah. All right. Eric Dane has come clean about being axed from Grey's Anatomy in 2012. He now admits producers fired him because he was high as a kite most of the time. Okay, well, he was taking drugs. Okay, I'm not even going to read that. Here we have some coupons. You can get a discount on a subscription to the National Enquirer. Okay, we're past the centerfold. We're getting towards the end. I'd like to stay down to 1 hour. 1 hour and a half at most. How long have I been on? I've been on for an hour 47. Let's try to shoot for 2 hours. I mean, less than 2 hours. Miranda's guy ain't just arm candy. So Miranda Lambert, country singer, is dating a Brandon McLaughlin. Oh no, they're married. They've been married for 5 years. He's a former New York City cop, so he looks very fit. Country music queen Miranda Lambert's stud muffin hubby, Brendan McLaughlin, is proving to be more than just a pretty face. He co-wrote a song with her. Oh, here's the thing though. Famous people, they could find true love in someone who's completely not in the business. That's true. Like here, she ended up marrying a New York City cop. Now, maybe she knew him from before. I'm not sure how they met. But if there's someone who's very dedicated to his career and he's not in the business that you're in, or vice versa, if you're a man and you're famous, and you marry a woman who's completely in another business, and she's got her level of success in her own business, sometimes that can work out because you won't be competing with her. And if she has enough success, I mean, granted, if you have more success than she does, it's nice to marry a man who's richer than you are, or who doesn't have to worry about money, because he's not going to try to get money from you. So in that respect, you might be able to find true love as a famous person outside of the business. Not even like you're a singer and they're a dancer or they're an actor. Actors, singers, they're all in the showbiz. You got to try to get with someone who's not in showbiz, or who has decided to retire from showbiz and let you shine or something. Because there's also sometimes jealousy issues sometimes go on. And okay, so he's apparently a nice guy. Okay, courageous Christina's bucket list. Tragic Christina Applegate has drawn up her final bucket list. Okay, apparently she's sick. She's battling multiple sclerosis, as is another famous actress. Tragic Christina Applegate has drawn a final bucket list detailing how she wants to spend the days I have left as she continues to fight her losing battle with multiple sclerosis. Oh, that's too, Yeah, these are people that are younger than me, so it kind of makes me feel bad that they're getting these diseases. She's 52. She's a little younger than me. She does shots with Cher. She wants to work with Shirley MacLaine, and she wants to do shots with Cher. All right, here's an footprints in the sand. A footprints in the sand fleece jacket. It's a very religious jacket, apparently. Well, it doesn't have to be religious, but footprints in the sand, the first thing I think of, but it doesn't have to be religious. It's just a beautiful photo. But I think of, they tell Christians, there's this story where you saw two footprints side by side, but during the hard times, God, I only saw one set of footprints. Why is that? And God says it's because during the hard times I was carrying you. So when this is called Footprints in the Sand, that made me think of that little story. You've probably heard the story, even if you're not Christian. You can see them on Instagram. So, it's not a jacket I would buy. It's a jacket with sort of I think they call that screen print. I wonder what's on. It's on the front and the back. And it's a beach scene with birds flying and the ocean crashing. All right, did we get enough of that? Okay, enough of the commercial break. We're getting towards the end now. Horoscope. Anyone wants me to read their horoscope, I'm going to read mine. And you guys, you want me to read your horoscope, publish your horoscope, what you are. $5 super stick. Oh, I got $5. How did I do that? Oh, hello, Nautan. Oh, that's nice. Thank you. Thank you, Nautan. I forgot that you all could send money. Thank you for that. I appreciate it. I was thinking of telling you all about my Poshmark show so that you guys can... I do live shows over on Poshmark where I sell clothes. And I'm trying to stay soft-spoken. I keep forgetting. Thank you for reminding me by Capricorn. I'm going to read yours now. That I'm on the ASMR channel. Okay. And I'm trying to snap gum. I don't do it as well as you. So Capricorn. December 22nd through January 20th is your birthday. A close relationship will be a source of inspiration in the week ahead. It's time to dig deeper into the gifts you were born with and use them to their fullest potential. Your lucky numbers are 2, 11, and 20. What day is it today? It's the 4th, I think. So the 11th, try to do something. All right, anyone else? Okay, I'm gonna, hello Poetic YY. I'm trying to snap down. All right, I'm going to read mine, and if anyone wants me to read their horoscope, post it. Otherwise, I'll move on to the next page. Okay, Sagittarius. I was born December 15th. So it's from November 22nd to December 21st. I don't believe in the horoscope, and some people are very religious, some Christian. I'm Christian, but I'm more of a liberal Christian. But some Christians are very, I'll just point it out to my YouTubers on Ramble Scramble. I go off on these tangents. Are very against reading the horoscope or Halloween. Some Christians don't celebrate birthdays, you know, because you're not supposed to celebrate the birth of a man who's not Jesus. You know, I think it's something to do with that, which I didn't learn all that stuff because that's not the sect of Christianity that I was exposed to growing up. I wasn't even very devout growing up, but I am now a believer, you know, and I try to, you know, encourage it. But anyway, trust your instincts. So again, I'm not taking the horoscope seriously. Some people take it very seriously. I just do it for fun. So trust your instincts. They're never steered you wrong. Yes, they have. Okay, trust your instincts. They've never steered you wrong in the past, and they won't steer you wrong now. You will be asked to make a life-altering decision very soon. Lucky numbers, 12, 34, and 49. So maybe the 12th. Well, it could be a life-altering or bad. It could be life-altering in a good sense or in a bad sense. But I'll be asked to make a decision soon. Well, I could see how that can be true, because I am in a time of life where things can change very rapidly. I'm in a life situation where things are going to change rapidly. First of all, I'm not working, and I'm going to be getting a job soon. I'm going to be looking for work soon. So that's a life-altering decision. I have 2 very elderly parents. You know, anything could happen there. So it's true that my horoscope happens to be hitting the nail kind of on the head, except where it says they've never steered you wrong in the past. My instinct, arguably, that's arguable. I believe that I've trusted my instincts in the past, and I've made mistakes. So, so that's where I can prove that the horoscope is wrong, because I don't think that that's a true comment. At least this horoscope is wrong. If you're a believer, this is based on some bad, you know. All right. Anyway, spot the differences. There's a picture down here. We can try to spot the differences. Here, I'll give you a close-up if you want to pause. Pause and do it. All right. Next page, superhero Ioan. I guess his name is Ioan. I-O-A-N. Not so fantastic. Ex-wife claims she and the kids live on charity. Movie good guy Ione. I said loan because it looks like an L. Ione, because it's a capital I and then lowercase the rest of the letters. It looks like loan. Okay. Movie good guy Ione Grufford gifted his fiancee Bianca Wallace $77,000, while his ex-wife, his current fiancé, $77,000, while his ex-wife Alice struggles to put food on the table for their 2 children. Oh yeah, men will do that. You know, some men will do that. No matter how much money you have. You find the new good-looking young girl, you want to give her everything. You even forget about your kids. So Alice, 55, and the Fantastic Four actor, 50. Of course, she's old. I wonder, let's not go there yet, because I don't know how old his fiance is. But what do you guess the fiance is? I haven't read it yet. I have no idea. I'm gonna guess the fiance's in her maximum 32. 32 is her oldest age. Put in the chat, what is the oldest age you think, you know, he's a famous actor. He's okay looking. He looks like he's fit. I've never heard of the guy, but how old do you think his fiance is? Anyone? I'm going to say 32 maximum. Nobody wants to play that game? All right. I've only got one viewer over here and 3 here. So, all right. I'm going to say 32. Let's see if they say the age of his fiance. So, oh, this is hitting me. This is hitting me close because, ooh, this is a pet peeve for a lot of older women because we're experiencing it. We're competing with these 30-somethings, with the men our age. So we're just, all right. So anyway, Alice, 55. That's the ex-wife. The actor is 50, so he's already 5 years younger than her. And men do, he's very well maintained. She looks pretty in the picture. Oh, no. That's not the, oh, 31. There's his fiancée, 31. I thought it was his ex-wife and it was an old photo or something. Young Grufford has moved on with 31. How did I know? You see? Trust your instincts. Well, sometimes I am right. I think my instincts are right now that I'm older. They weren't very good when I was young. I even had the age, under 32. How did I know? 30-something-year-old women are very desirable. More desirable than 20-something-year-old women, believe it or not. Because 20-something-year-old women are pretty, but they don't have much up here yet. Whereas 30-something-year-old women have already developed their brains. You know, a lot of them. And maybe they weren't so hot in their 20s and they learned to, it happened to me because in my 20s, in my early 20s, I was a little overweight. And into my mid 20s, I had pimples. So by the end of my 20s, I had just hit 30. I was starting to go get facials. I had lost weight by then, so I was slender. I had started working out. I moved to Miami. I started working out in Miami. I was like 32, I believe, 31, 32, 97. It was 1997. Yeah, I was like 30 because I was, yeah, so I told you you know how old I am now. I'm close to 60 now. So I was like barely 30. I moved to Miami, suntanned, started going to the gym, cleared up my skin, was getting my hair and my nails done every week. I had already developed my brain somewhat. You know, I wasn't just this dipsy 20-something. And even I was never like drop dead gorgeous ever, but I looked good for, you know, in my 30s. I was looking, you know, I give myself a steady 8. You know, I don't want to brag. Sorry, but when I was 31, I'd say a solid 8, you know, maybe a bad day, maybe on a bad day where I didn't feel like doing much, I was a 7, you know, because I was working out, my skin was clear, I always had lipstick on, I always had, my lips were never, I always had skinny lips, and I always was insecure about my lips, even when I was looking my best, at my best time of life. But I always made sure I had never gotten lip injections or anything. It was all natural stuff. I just had facials to clean my skin, to clear up my pimples, but I didn't. And what I would do is I would buy the lipstick that stuck, you know, that really, you know, I made sure to always have lipstick on, whatever. You know, even my eyes, I didn't need makeup because, you know, I had, you know, they're small, but, you know, I had a suntan, so they, but anyway. Oh, someone just, something just happened here. Oh, all right, I'm getting all these messages I got to go through. All right, let's finish. So, all right, so how did I know that? So he's a deadbeat dad. His poor wife has 2 kids. He's 55-year-old wife. That's my age. I'm 58 this year, a little older than me. Raising 2 kids, probably not looking her best. They don't even have a picture of her. Oh, there she is. Well, she's gotten some nips and tucks, poor thing, trying to keep up with the young people, and she's just starting to look like a duck. You know, you have the choice. You can look like me, natural old age, try to help yourself with some makeup, or you can start getting your face nipped and tucked and operated on, and then you start to look, you know, I think I decided I'd rather just try to do the natural. I have had lip injections before, but they wear off, so I don't have them now. But I have had the lip injections, and that might be what she has, and it'll wear off. But she's got the, the duck look. You know, the daughters look like nice little girls. Oh, it's hot. Anyway, poor thing. She's gonna have to sue him, and she'll do okay if she sues him. She'll get some money. If I donate, can we get an ASMR video like the one about taking care of your friend's dogs at night? Oh, okay. Okay, we'll talk about that. I would watch that. Okay, we'll think about it. I mean, I've got to see, like even this one. I was going to try to do it soft-spoken, and then I didn't do it. And I try to snap gum and stay soft, and I forget. So, again, I'm going to do the video first. And then if you like the video, you can donate. Because something about when I'm expected to perform, I guess I get stage fright. Maybe that's what it is. It's stage fright. So I'm going to do the video, a million. Oh, well, okay. If you donate $1 million, if you're serious, I know you can't, but yeah, I'll do it. For $1 million, I'll find a way to do it. If you really donated $1 million, I would hire a sound crew, and in a soundproof room, and yeah, for $1 million, I'll do it. All right, it's you have a deal there. But anyway, realistically, I'll do it, and then you just donate what you think it's worth, But I could do one tonight. I think I'll try to do one tonight. It'll be just the sound and off cam. Okay, I think off cam I could get into it because I won't be self-conscious about how I look, You won't see me gesticulating because I'm Italian descent. I guess it's been passed down from the Italians, generations ago, because my great-great-grandparents came from Italy. I visited Italy. That's about all I know about Italy, as a tourist. But I guess it's been passed down and then through South America. So, all right. Off-cam, I do. So I am gonna, and also when I'm off-cam, many times I'm just laying down and I'm relaxed and I'm starting to fall asleep. I've even fallen asleep doing videos, doing like off-cam, not lives. I've fallen asleep doing ASMR, and then I just edit out the part where I'm not talking. So, all right, no more horoscope. Tu parli italiano. No, but I understand what that means because I know French and I speak Spanish fluently, so I can understand Italian because it's very similar to both of those languages. But to French and Spanish, and Portuguese is hard. I actually understand Italian. I'm not sure why Portuguese is more difficult for me. Even Brazilian Portuguese, which is more similar to Latin American Spanish, we have more words in common than Portugal Portuguese. I have trouble, but Portuguese people have absolutely no trouble understanding Spanish-speaking people. I'm not sure why that is, but I do understand Portuguese a little. I gotta struggle, but I understand Italian more easily. So I'm not sure why. All right, it might be because I know French. All right, so he's like a Johnny Depp era guy. All right. Hailey Bieber is bizarre baby panic. So she's pregnant. I think I knew that. Hailey tries to talk him down from a ledge as due date nears. Justin Bieber looked rail thin. Okay, not a literal ledge. It's Justin Bieber looked rail thin as he arrived in Mumbai to perform at a wedding. A very rich family in Mumbai hired him to do a private party, apparently. The dad-to-be is worried about the new baby, spies say. Spies, the people spying on him. They used to be insiders, now they're spies. He can't eat, he can't sleep, he's worried. He went to perform at a billionaire's wedding in India. He's very skinny. Model Hailey Bieber is expecting her first baby with hubby Justin. In September 2022, Justin announced he was taking a break from music to focus on recovering from Ramsay-Hunt syndrome, which can cause partial facial paralysis and hearing loss. Hailey needs him to be strong now. So, okay, there's baby worries for Hailey Bieber and for Hailey and Justin Bieber. My nose itches, sorry about that. Means I'm going to get money. They say when your nose itches, you're going to get a lot of money. Heather is back from the brink. Oh, Heather Locklear. A lot of old actors in here. Heather Locklear she's about my age. She was famous when I was young. Brave beauty coping with pain of losing her beloved father he was 94. My father's 88. He just turned 88. So, I have concerns. They're both no reason to think anything's going to happen anytime soon, but with the elderly, you never know. It's kind of like what happened to my dog. Everything you think is fine, and then suddenly they get sick and they're gone quickly. So I hope, I'm getting used to that happening to friends of mine. So, I see what could be coming, and I pray that doesn't happen. I pray that. But they're in their 80s. They could last to 100. They could last to 100. We don't know. But it's an age where I'm really, really starting to really recognize that I have to appreciate what time I have with the people I love, And they tell you that when you're young, and you don't listen. You're like, yeah, whatever. And as you get older, and I've lost dear friends even, from old age things, in 50s, 60s, 70s, people start dying, So more and more, I'm expecting it to happen more and more. A lot of friends are my age. We're all going to start going, and that's just something you have to prepare for in life. Now, if you're in your 20s and 30s, don't worry, Well, worry about it, think about it, but don't worry as much as when you get to your 60s. You still got some time, but time flies. It passes quickly. Like, I can't believe I'm not 30 anymore, because when I moved to Miami, here I am in Miami, and especially if you don't move around as much as I do, because I move around, and when I go to a new place, I'm reminded of my age, because different places treat you differently. In Miami, we're used to older people dressing like young people and looking a little ridiculous even sometimes, whereas in the North, people tend to dress more their age. So if I go north, people make fun. Well, I try to dress my age too, but if I even myself probably take a little more liberties down here than I would up north, with my dresses up north, I might be a little more hesitant to wear something above the knee, which here not much above the knee, like barely above the knee. I'll do that in Miami. I still will do it up north in the summer, but in wintertime, I'm below the knee or lower, in the north. Whereas down here, maybe for work, since it's warm weather, I might still risk. For me, it's a risk. It's not really a risk, but I might still wear something above the knee to work, or just at the mid knee, not below the knee, not above the knee. Like mid knee is just like, for me, that's appropriate risk. But I bought a dress, like this white flowy dress it's very fresh and cool. That's above the knee. It's a definite above the knee one, but I wore it with not so high heels, of course. So anyway, Heather is back from the brink. She lost her father. He's 94. Comeback kid Heather Locklear, 62. These photos are showing her. The paparazzi took some pictures. Sometimes the older actors want the paparazzi to follow them, so they might even arrange for the paparazzi to follow them. Heather Locklear, she may have paparazzi, but she's at at a stage in her career where the paparazzi, it doesn't hurt to have paparazzi, you know, that she be in the paper and people not forget she exists. So Locklear seemed disheveled and disoriented 1 year ago. Okay. Her dad died June 1st. Heather is now looking gorgeous and healthy. Actually, I don't think she looks much better from the two pictures. I hate to be mean. She looks upset here when her father died, of course. But she doesn't look much better in this picture. She looks okay in this picture. She looks okay in both pictures. You know, but young people read this and maybe they see a difference. Like here, she looks maybe a little better because she's wearing sunglasses, so that hides. I'm sorry, I don't see it. I don't think she looks much better, but okay, I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be catty, Heather. I love you. I love you, Heather. She was one of my, you know, I didn't feel any way about her one way or the other. I didn't hate her. I didn't love her. You know, she was an actress that was cute and pretty, and I was usually jealous of all pretty actresses, so she was probably one of the ones, but you look like she looks like a 62-year-old woman with her hair loose and messy. What are you talking about? All right, better not get angry. Here's a puzzle fun you can buy. We're getting to the end. We're almost at the end, guys. Okay. Here's the thing. Comparing what the actresses wore, who did it better, or if they did it, it's a red carpet, and they decide if the look was a good look or a bad look. I really like this. And sometimes I pick a look and I think it's a nice look, and the magazine stylist decided it was a bad look. So let's have a look at the looks. Try not to, I don't think you can read them, it's too small, but don't cheat and read. We're supposed to guess if it was a good look or a bad look. So let's go to this first, let's go to the first look over here. All right, so the first look, I'll put it up closer. You know, try not to read. You know, she's wearing khaki pants with a blue blazer. And the shoes, I can't really see the shoes. So I don't know. I would wear that to work. You know, I think I just got a glimpse of if it's good or not, but I would wear that to work. I think it looks okay on her. I like I don't like her face because it looks like she's gotten, like I said, the famous actresses, they start getting that plastic surgery and stuff, but she doesn't look as bad as some do. Am I a single child? No, I have an older brother, and we get along. I love my brother. We always, you know, we had fights like siblings do. But no, although I was overprotected more so than my brother. So in that sense, for my mother, I feel like I was an overprotected only child. She didn't ignore my brother. She protected my brother too. But she was I feel the way because then you know, other people might have seen something different. You know, it's always how you perceived it. But I always perceived that I was overprotected, and I was the little baby, and I was the one that I couldn't do anything. My mother had to, you know, and there were my brother, she'd let him do stuff, and she would worry about him, but within reason. Like it was a normal amount of worry I felt. And so I don't think that was good for me. But, you know, someone else might argue, oh, my mother didn't protect me enough, and look what happened to me, it's her fault. So if I had problems in life and she let me go off and do things, then I might have blamed, if something bad would have happened to me, I might have blamed her for not protecting me. So, you know, relationships with children are complicated. I'm starting also to realize. I mean, even now I'm being like an adult, but there's a part of me that blames my mother for absolutely everything that's wrong in my life. It's my mother's fault, and that's it, period. You know, so it can't be true. I had a relatively stable upbringing. I was happy. I mean, I was never happy, but apparently has to do with my, you know, whatever. I have some sort of chemical imbalance where it makes me depressed. You know, or some might say, oh, you're depressed because your mother did that to you. I'm tired of trying to analyze what's wrong or what might be wrong, or maybe I'm normal and everybody goes through it and I just talk more about it, you know, so I don't know. Anyway, let's get on to that. So what do they say about it? See my tangents? That's why you guys understand this. You ASMR people, if you don't mind these tangents and you like, then join my Ramble Scramble channel. That's the other channel that I started because I forgot to do ASMR. All right, Bo Derek, the 10 movie legend. She was in a movie 10, and she was a 10 in the movie, supposedly. Clocks at a 5, so they're giving her a 5 for this look out of 10. As the fading beauty is washed out in neutral separates. Okay, I like the outfit. I don't necessarily like how it looks on her. Okay, I can agree with them there. We're doing fashion again. Here we go. See, this is something I could do for Poshmark. I should save this and do it on Poshmark. I'll just do it now. But I think I might do this, not the whole magazine, but just for my Poshmark shows. Maybe I'll do you like this style from the National Enquirer? You see? Now that would be a fun show, non-controversial, you know. Hopefully I won't go off on too many tangents. All right, the next one is Diana Agron with this dress on. Try not to read what it says. She's wearing this dress and she's got this look. Okay. Before I read it, I'm going to say that look is... Nobody wants to say? Nobody just want to hear me talking? Okay. Nobody's playing my game. All right, 3 people there. Okay, before I read it... Well, because she's young and pretty, I've never been a fan of short dresses and high heels together. You know, she's wearing super high heels and a short dress. I'm not reading what it says. Now, she can pull it off because she's young and pretty. So I'll give her that. But I've always been the type of person that if you're wearing a short skirt, you need to wear nothing higher than an inch high heel. You maybe could wear a little high heel, but she's wearing super high. You know, those are, what, 5 inches maybe. So I don't like that look. I think it's a bit, it kind of cheapens the look. Although she looks very beautiful because now, if Bo Derek tried to use this look, forget it. Automatic 0. Get over it. I don't care how skinny you are. They even didn't give her a good grade for this look, and I think maybe with a different, you know, her mistake was not wearing a blouse underneath. Maybe a blouse, some kind of colored blouse, because she does look washed out with the blonde hair. Look at me talking now with no makeup, you know. But, all right, so let's read what they have to say about Diane Aragon. And then I am going to start doing this on Poshmark, because Poshmark is a lot of women, and women might like this more than men. The Glee songbird is pitch perfect. See, they're giving her a good grade. Is pitch perfect in Chanel's embroidered guipure gown and cap-toe slingbacks. So they gave her a good grade for that look. And I would give her, I mean, they say she's perfect, so they're giving her a 10. I would give her an 8, 7.5, really. An 8 maybe only because she's young and pretty, so the fact that she's wearing it is better than if an older person were wearing it. But I don't like that look. She's showing everything. Look, she's showing her plunging neckline. So she's showing her boobs. She's showing her legs. She's wearing super, super high heels so that her legs look even more muscular. Because when you wear flats, your legs don't look as sexy as they do when you've got high heels on. You know, she's not wearing jewelry. Okay. I would actually maybe encourage something to cover that plunging neckline. Forgot to show you guys. You know, so I'm kind of angry. I'm 2 for 2 wrong here. I've said I said this one was nice and they say it's bad. I thought this one was not as nice as they claim it is and they say it is. So, all right, the next one. Now, this week in fashion, we're going to do this young lady. I don't know who she is. I'll read it in a moment. I like it. I think she looks picture perfect. That should be a 10. See, to me, that's a 10. The color looks beautiful on her skin. Any color looks good on her skin. Except maybe black that's the exact same color as her skin. Because she could wear black, she could wear white, she could wear any color at all. I can't think of a single color that wouldn't look good on her skin, except black that's the exact same color as her skin, because then you wouldn't be able to, you know. But Jodie Turner-Smith, Anne Boleyn's Queen, I guess Anne Boleyn is a movie, I've never heard of it, rules the carpet. Okay, they agree with me on this one. In perfectly pointy pumps and a stylish suit by Boss. See, now you wear pumps with pants. But when I was young, you never could wear pumps with pants. The first time they showed pump with pants, it was in one of those magazines. I think it was Cosmopolitan, maybe it was. I don't remember. I remember seeing it in the magazine for the first time. And it was suggestions on how to dress, and it was something like this. Do you like this look or not? And it was a lady with dress pants and pumps, and you could actually see the pumps. And I was like an automatic, of course not. You can't wear pumps with pants. I remember like being so, you know, and the stylist, and that's, you know, a well-known magazine, they said, yes, pumps with pants. Yes, you use them. So, all right. So they gave her a good grade. Okay, we'll go over here. Okay, these two, what were they thinking? But before we do that, so we already know they're not going to get good grades, but let's do the two on the bottom. We have Brooke Shields in a yellow canary colored dress. Well, I don't like the expression on her face. So, you know, she's my age, so I'm going to be nice to her. The expression on her face isn't the best. It looks like she didn't really feel like having her picture taken, but she had to go to this event. You know, a smile for the camera, you know. It's like, it looks like she had to go to that event, obligated. And, all right, and she's wearing this yellow, you know, I don't know. She doesn't, I mean, I don't like long hair on older women. You know, it looks just kind of limp and laying there. I think an updo might have been more interesting with flowing hair. Of course, I always wear my hair. I wear like hair like that by accident, but I think a well done hairdo that's, you know, it's messy but on purpose messy. It's a messy bun but done on. It's not like messy bun in my sense. That's a real messy. It's a fake messy bun where it's messy but it was perfectly styled to be messy. So Farrah Fawcett used to pull that look off. Oh, so beautiful. Anyway, so I'm going to give her an okay grade, like an 8. You know, I'm really not liking her hair, but let's see. Brooke Shields, the Blue Lagoon star, is a pretty baby. Okay, they seem to like it. In a brilliant Monique Louis gown and a sequin bodice. I mean, I think her old boobs are showing. You know, her boobs are flat and kind of, you can tell they're not up, you know, she might have considered wearing a push-up bra. We know it's fake. We know it's a push-up bra, but, or something. It's just kind of too flat. So my opinion, maybe a man would say, hey, that's natural. It looks great, you know. So, and the last one, Kristen Davis. You see, I think she looks very dowdy. She's got those clunky shoes on with the flowery dress that's, I don't like the look. The flowery dress is kind of frumpy. She's a thin woman, but she's got that, oh, I'm sorry, I'm not showing you guys. She's a thin woman, but she's got that thick belt on that kind of makes her waist look thick. And only because her waist isn't being accentuated either. I'm trying to hold my arm up. It's getting tired. My age. I'm starting to breathe heavy from holding up the magazine. Oh, goodness. Oh, that's so sad. All right. They say Kristen Davis. And just like that, the Sex and the City regular ages. See, I think she looks old and dumpy and dowdy and the Sex and the City regular ages like cut flowers in a busy floral frock. Yeah, I agree. So we do agree on that one. So I don't agree with them on 3 of them. I disagreed on this one, and I kind of disagreed on Brooke Shields. They're saying she looks absolutely incredibly amazing. And I think she could have done better. She doesn't look horrible, but she definitely could have done better than that. So, all right, so that's that. And then we have the what they were thinking section. So we know we're going to be making fun of them. The what they were thinking section. So here's this first one. She's dressed. Madonna wore that for her concert, Blonde Ambition concert in the 1990s, late 90s. Uh, Something like that. What are those? Like, they look like 2 rhinoceros horns. Rhinoceros. What? Rhinoceros. Cara Delevingne, the model, is out to... All right, let me read it without laughing. I got to read it with a straight face. All right, look at the picture before I read it. She's got those 2 dinosaur horns sticking out, not to mention a few other things, but all right. All right, let me read it. Cara Delevingne, the model, is out to sea with this horny costume that's more wacky than whimsical. All right, she's got a horny costume. You know they do that on purpose. Oh, that went out. Oh, they had to subdue me over there. The thing buffered. They probably did the panic button. All right. Next one. We're gonna do this one now. Don't read. Too bad I don't have my acrylic nails. We're gonna do her now. So she's wearing that. What was she thinking? I'm gonna think that they're gonna tell her she looks very dowdy and frumpy. Zoe Deutsch, Leah Thompson's Nepo baby, isn't some kind of wonderful in a tremendous plaid tent. Leah Thompson's baby. Okay, so she's apparently the daughter of an actress. I know Leah Thompson. So she's apparently Leah Thompson's daughter. I forget who she is, but I know I've seen Leah Thompson. So maybe she's trying to break in. You know, a lot of children of actors try to break in. Some make it, some don't. You know, it's a foot in the door. It doesn't mean you're necessarily going to make it. You still have to be good. Okay, Katy Perry, and easy to work with. If you want to be an actor, you have to be easy to work with. You have to take direction, and they don't want to deal with personalities. You know, actors get big heads, and sometimes when you get to that level, Brad Pitt, Tom Cruise, as wacky as Tom Cruise is, he still brings in money. So, then you can act however you want to act. But when you're just a new actor, you've only done 1 or 2 movies, you're still young, don't get your big head. You know, that's where you start going off the deep end and thinking you're all that. And actors are replaceable. Any actor is replaceable. Even Brad Pitt is replaceable. You know, you lose money replacing. Now that he's older, he's more replaceable. When he was in the prime, Brad Pitt, he could do no wrong. He would have been able to do anything. He never got into any scandals other than his divorce from Angelina Jolie and cheating on his first. He claims he didn't cheat on her. I believe that there was something going on Jennifer Aniston. Anyway, Katy Perry left American Idol in May after 7 seasons. Idol judges' jobs on the line after Katy ditched the show. So Katy Perry left American Idol. Brian, 48, Lionel Richie are in limbo, and Brian Luke. Sources dish her departure may set off a chain reaction and leave the remaining TV judges out of a job. I don't think so, because you've got the other famous people. You've got Pink, Miley Cyrus, Meghan Trainor. Lionel Richie is super famous, at least from my generation. Luke Bryan, I don't know who he is. He must be a country singer. So, okay, so apparently American Idol is in danger because Katy Perry left the show. That's what they think. Some more puzzles. You have Sudoku puzzles and dominoes. Dominoes. I wonder how you do dominoes in a magazine. Sudoku, and celebrity squeeze. Okay, this one's funny. You have celebrities with their faces squished. Don't read. I don't think the answers are there. The answers are in the back. And you have to guess which celebrity it is. Celebrity it is. So they're looking very different than they usually do. So I'm gonna try to guess the first celebrity. Nah, it's probably some young celebrities that I don't recognize anyway. I might, it could be one of the twins, Tia and Tamara. I forget their last name. The Maori twins. Maybe it's one of them. Tia or Tamara. Maybe. I don't think their eyebrows look like that though. So I don't know. And this is the guy from that one's easy. From the famous children's movie. I don't know the name of the movie, but I know I think it's the actor from. Oh, guys, help me out. What's that movie? The wizard movie where the wizards, the lady's getting canceled because she's against transgender bathrooms or whatever. It's so famous. I never followed. My nieces were crazy about it. Anyway, I think it's that actor. If it's not him, I'll find out in a minute. All right, so the answers can be found on page 46. So before we get the answers, okay, we have Eddie Murphy here with his baby mama, Paige Butcher. Apparently something's going on. Macho Murphy is henpecked. Oh, so he's being henpecked by his baby mama. Eddie's a happy homebody who helps with household chores, insiders reveal. Oh, okay, henpecked, they're exaggerating. He's just got his happy home life with his wife and baby. Or girlfriend, I guess. Maybe they're not married. Comedian Eddie Murphy, baby mama Paige Butcher. And here we go again. Old, rich, relatively handsome actor. He's not as good looking as he was when he was young, but he's older than I am. His wife just had a baby, or his girlfriend just had a baby. Let's guess her age. She's going to be in her 30s. So I'm telling you, women in their 30s, that's your age. That's when you look your best. And you got to take advantage of that age to find a husband. If your goal is to have babies, find your husband to have. That is the age, ladies. Don't 30 to 39. 40, okay, you can still fake it for a few more years and pretend you're still 30. And you can even lie about your age if you, but no, take advantage of 30. After 30, things start, 40s are okay. I don't even remember my 40s. I was going through all these things. All right, anyway. Okay, she's 44, but he's 63. Okay, 44 is a little old, but to be having a baby, but you can still do it. They're pushing it. She probably said, look, Eddie, we've been dating. I don't know how long they've been dating. Okay, they've been engaged since 2018. Okay, so they met when she was still in her 30s. So they've been dating a few years. Okay, so this doesn't look like a gold digger thing to me. Or it looks like maybe a little bit gold digger, but, they've been dating a few years. Maybe they have their arrangement. There's nothing wrong with that, Donald Trump and Melania have an arrangement. It's some young ladies can bring themselves to do it. Now, he's nice looking. I wouldn't mind dating. I mean, if he weren't with someone, I would date Eddie Murphy, but why would he date me? He's got money. He's relatively good looking. He's stable financially. He can date 30-somethings, or he still could, or, this young, beautiful Australian model. I'm not trying to be like, whatever, woe is me, but realistically, why would he date me? Or an older actress even, like, let's say I was a famous actress, looking even as a good older actress. Like, what do I have to offer him? Personality? I'm sure she has a nice personality, So just when I'm appealing to younger ladies, because I don't want the same to happen to you what happened to me, where you're suddenly caught for a loop and you realize, oh my gosh, we We can't compete because they try to feed you this thing. Oh, you know, older women are more beautiful or as beautiful as young women because they have this and that. You know, it's just this bull. You know, we can look okay for our age, and that's about it. Or you can look you can look really good for your age. Some women do age really well, and they're lucky, and that's it. But they're few and far between. And it's usually going to be a very wealthy woman who can afford to pay for beauty treatments and beautiful clothes that, you know. So just don't. So these magazines, this magazine, but any magazine, Vogue does it, Cosmopolitan does it, any women's magazine is going to do it, which I'm not going to do it today because I'm a little tired. But we got Women's World, which is sort of the equivalent of National Enquirer for women. But it's more about women's issues. You know, let's see what they have to say in there. They're probably in there telling us 60-somethings that we can do it all and we can look as good as the younger. I don't even want to open it yet because I'm not ready for it. I'm going to start getting angry. All right, but he can be very high maintenance, and she puts up with it to a point. But she also doesn't let him skate by without pulling his weight. Okay, so she sounds like a girl with a good head on her shoulders. She's a model. She took advantage of her looks to find herself a well-off man. Why not? You know, why not? Go for what you can get. And she appears to be honoring her commitment. You know, I've never heard of him with any scandals with her. She's probably not cheating, and, you know, that's part of the agreement. And it's a hard agreement. I mean, imagine, she's a beautiful young model. She must have young, handsome model men coming on to her, or, you know, maybe not now that she's pregnant, but I'm sure she gets propositioned by plenty of richer men than Eddie Murphy even. You know, but richer men would probably honor the arrangement. You know, it's a whole different world. It's a whole different world. Oh, Walmart. I signed up for Walmart. Now they won't stop texting me. I gotta stop that. All right. Anyway, here we go. It's Paige who has managed to keep the Shrek success in line. Okay, he got, you know, and she was a model. You know, that's one thing. Models can do well marrying an older rich man after their career is over. Like 40-something models who were successful. They had their, you know, they're set. They don't need the money. Melania is an example. She, you know, married him when she was maybe... and a model is old at 29. You know, once you're in your 30s, you're old. You're an old model. Imagine. So in your 30s, if you're a famous fashion model, you know, you got to start thinking, okay, who am I going to marry? You know, it can't be some loser off the street. Realistically, I'm not trying to belittle regular guys, but she can't date a guy that's just a regular Joe, you know, for many reasons. Her fame alone, you know, makes it impossible. A regular Joe has got to get used to that life, you know, unless she decides, okay, that's it. I'm giving up this whole thing, my fame, and some do it. Brooke Shields kind of did it. You know, she was very famous at a time, but it's hard, you know, listen to me. I'm not trying to make you feel sorry for beautiful fashion models, but if they don't wake up at age 30 that their beauty does end at some point, they have it way worse than the girls who were never beautiful. Because the 40, they haven't accepted it yet. You know, 45 or 46, 40, they're not accepting that you're old. They're starting to get the nips and tucks to prove that they can do it. Just like, you know, they start to get desperate. It's happened to a few of the models that I was jealous of back, you know, of course, when I was in my 20s, and I was jealous of all of those famous supermodels that were famous in my time. And now some of them are single, nobody can stand them because they're narcissistic, because they were used to having everything handed to them on a platter. Linda Evangelista was one of them. Now she's older, she's had some bad experiences with... I'd say she didn't accept her age until maybe at one point she did. But and then some of them aged better. Some of them were more realistic. You know, Paulina Porizkova was one of the super famous models. She's a widow now. She married a famous rock star. So fashion models, when they're past their 20s and their late 30s, and they're starting to think about maybe they want to have kids, and you kind of do have to decide between the life of a model and being a mom, because you can't really mix the two lives. There's a lot of you gotta try to protect. Cindy Crawford protected her children, and now they're models, and she's, I'm sure, very, very on top. Instagram models, they're not being exposed to the. Also, they don't have to fight their way to the top. They're already the children of famous people. The famous people already know the dangers to protect them from. The only danger might be if the child starts batting heads with the parent and not listening to the parent, warning them about the dangers, which could happen. I go off on these tangents. Anyway, so Eddie Murphy's young girlfriend keeps him in line. It actually turned out to be a kind of a cute article about a couple that settled down. Okay, here are the answers. So the two people, and I'm about to end. Venus Williams, I should have known that one. It was Venus Williams. And then, yeah, I did guess that one right. I just didn't know his name. Daniel Radcliffe. What was the name of the movie he was in? I know it. It's super famous. Anyway. No more questions. Are we done? 4 viewers here, 4 viewers there. Oh, it's starting to get interesting. All right. So, but I'm at the end of the National Enquirer. We're on the last page here. We got Taylor Swift on the back. She's selling her new album. Whole page, she paid for that ad. And it must have been several thousands, if not millions. I don't know how much the Enquirer gets a lot of readership. Oh, we always have an alien. Oh, we have to have an alien article, of course. Close Encounters of the Absurd Kind. Heading to Roswell. Bet they get stopped a lot. Off with a laugh and a warning. Oh, okay. All right, I'm going to read the article. The police stopped them. They're apparently people who have a spaceship. So, space case driver pulled over twice in UFO vehicle. Oh, did I show you guys? I'm sorry. Remind me if I forget to show you guys. I got to do it all from one. I got to get back to that. Okay. Space case driver pulled over twice in a UFO vehicle. Stunned cop in Oklahoma had a close encounter with a mystery vehicle that has been pulled over before. A car disguised as a spaceship. It's not every day you pull over a UFO, says Crawford County Sheriff's Office on its Facebook page, where the officer shared photos of the traveling ET and the patrolman who made contact with it. So it's just a pair of people who have a funny looking car. These friendly humanoids who have come in peace are headed west to Roswell, New Mexico for a festival. Okay, it was a UFO festival. So human beings go to the festival and they talk about UFOs and... Okay, so the last, I won't read, it says, Van Leck probed the possibilities and decided to let the craft return to its mothership with only a written warning and the opportunity for a selfie. All right, I don't know what they're warned about. Oh, because it was obstructing the license plate. That's why. They can't obstruct the license plate. So that was the reason they were stopped. And they were warned. All right, and then we have this. Okay, so I don't know. This month it was a little bit boring for me. I didn't like this week. I mean, I'm not going to read the Enquirer every single week, but this episode, this issue was a little boring. I might do this one tomorrow. I'm not going to do it now. It's Women's World, which is the National Enquirer for women. But, they talk about feminist issues on a level that is understandable to the layman or to the people who maybe don't really care one way or the other. We have a lot of stay-at-home moms that are just stay-at-home moms and they don't care and they're happy, or they're maybe they're not happy, but they're not miserable. It's just their life, you know. And, this magazine might address some of the issues they have to deal with. We have chauvinistic men, of course, in certain cultures, and they're not as bad as in other countries, but, we have to deal with them, and there are ways to femininely put a chauvinistic man in his place. You don't have to get upset or rude or, you know. American men are pretty liberal as far as the world goes. Even the most conservative men are, you can say pretty much what you want in public. And I don't know, I don't feel oppressed. Maybe some people do. I'm not saying people don't feel oppressed, but I just, obviously I'm white. I'm told that because I'm white, I'm not oppressed. I've had people treat me badly for being conservative, and I just give it right back at them. I don't know. That's not oppressed. I quit my job. Granted, I wasn't fired from my job for being a conservative, but of course I'm more vocal now that I've quit. I was quite vocal even when I was working there, but I finally decided if they're going to start canceling people for saying their opinion, then I'm going to quit my job. That way I can say whatever I want. But anyway, I'm not going to read this now. All right, I'm done. I forgot. I'm on the ASMR. I'm not supposed to talk about, but I go on these tangents. So follow me on my other channel, guys. If you like me to just ramble and do nothing, I do a lot of that over on Ramble Scramble channel. I think I put the link earlier, but let me put it again. Or you can just type into YouTube in the search, Ramble Scramble. This is how it's spelled. It's spelled Ramble, R, if you're from another country, you may not know. Ramble, Scramble, Scramble, no, Scramble. Ramble Scramble. That's my YouTube. Why did I see comments saying you passed away? Oh, hello there. No, not yet. I hope not for a while. No, my little dog passed away about a week ago. Monday. Yeah, Monday or Tuesday maybe, but I think it was Monday. So, yeah, I'm not feeling too great. I've got this sort of emptiness, dull pain that, you don't get over it, but you eventually move on with life. But I wasn't really prepared to lose her, that quickly. Like, I didn't have time. She got, oh well. Anyway, it happened. So that's maybe why you saw a comment in there. Oh gosh, I haven't been reading. Wait. Cuando esté per addormentarti. When I'm about to fall asleep. Exactly, because then I'm not hyperactive, because I'm like sleepy and I'm starting to doze off and I'm talking very. So that's why. That's when I get very ASMR. I don't even have to try. So I'm gonna try to do that tonight. Tonight I'll talk about. And then the one time I was talking about root canals, which wasn't a very relaxing topic. The other time you requested one. So I'll just try to talk about what's on my mind, but I gotta stick to topics that are, so if you want to throw in a few topics, I'll try to do it tonight. And then if you like it, you can send a donation. I'll go on here and, rest in peace. I found you through ASMR gum chewing. Oh, thank you, Charlie. Oh, I'm trying to gum chew now. I didn't advertise that I'm gum chewing on here because just in case I didn't do it. I'm not very good at it anymore. There we go. But I've been on for a long time. How long is it? Oh, 3 hours, you guys. My goodness. All right. So if you like rambles, this has been a long ramble. And I'm starting to fall asleep. My eyes are starting to droop. So I'm going to end the ASMR and then I'm going to end the ramble second. So, guys, thank you. Thank you for listening. And, I even cried in the middle. So it's not going to be very ASMR for some people, but here I am. Okay, bye guys. I'm ending the stream. Thank you for coming. Thank you, Charlie, for your sympathy. See you. Yeah, talk about my dog. I have to be able to talk about her without crying. So I wasn't expecting to cry, but you asked, and I'm very happy that you asked because I like to cry and talk about it. Although I am a little embarrassed doing it on on camera. Okay, bye everyone. Bye. See you. You guys stay there a minute, and I'll be there too. I'm gonna end it there too. Okay, and then over here. Okay, so I ended there. Okay, I did one on my. I might have already lost my sponsorship over. I mean my what do you call it? My money making capability, because I haven't uploaded there in a while. But I might have just salvaged it by doing that. So let's see. Okay, but I'm going to end this one too. I'm kind of sleepy. I'm hungry. I'm going to go eat. I might run out and buy some candy because I'm kind of craving candy. I don't have any. And, okay, thanks, everyone. Oh, you went over to the SMR Podic YY. Okay, see you. Thank you for also coming to my channel. And I'll be on tomorrow. Maybe I'll do another ramble. But I'll try to stay. And I'll try to do a video. I'm not going to do a live for that, but I'll use this microphone because it's the best one for the ramble tonight when I'm falling asleep. Thanks, guys. See you all soon. Bye.